Yep, recording. Back to the thing. Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Not bad.
Not bad, not great, but not
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. So I'm gonna go 4-4, and then how do people feel? I'm a Yugo kind of guy.
I'm a Yugo even with me and you. I especially we should stay flexible with sock ghosts here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like he so. Um I assume Suez or sock goes. I'm sock goes if we want to coup Europe, Suez if we want to knock them out of the Middle East.
Yeah. I'm I'm more of a sock govs guy here, but I wish we had a 4 to use for the coup.
Same.
With a 3, it's kind of a iffy proposition, but let's see how their setup looks. If they use an odd setup, this might be actually better.
Well, it's already not just a straight 4-4-2, it looks like.
We're 2-0 against them. I forgot. Okay. I was there for one of those wins.
The other one might have been a long time ago,
Yeah.
back in the Felix
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Could be.
days.
Yeah, so nothing jumps out as an obvious space card either.
No, I don't think we're going to space.
Yeah, I just wanted to check with you guys. I was kind of feeling the same way. 5 years, probably the hold card, right? Just in case we get a evil scoring.
Yeah. So they're either in this like position where they have like a blockade decal thing and they're scared about being purged. That would be my primary guess. Like if you're not going just 4-4-2, it's pretty bad, right?
Yeah, that's kind of my read on it too. Unless they're one of these teams that argues about the initial setup. Like we on Team Washington, we used to do that a lot. We'd spend 5 minutes on the initial setup, and I was just like, whoa.
If they do 4-4-2 and we headline Sovkovs, take two out of Italy, what are your guys' thoughts on cooing Italy versus Iran? The reason why I ask is because I've become very reluctant to coup Italy often because unless you get two in there, they just walk back in and then they also can walk through Asia. And if you
Well,
coup
they won't be able
Iran,
to walk back in if they're not in France.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
true, yes.
Yeah,
my opinion is if we're going to do SocGov headline, we have to coup Italy. If we want to coup Iran, we should be using Suez, right? Like
yeah,
if we're
yeah,
playing towards the Middle East, we play towards the Middle East. Um, I personally think I'm more inclined for Suez because we're holding 5-year plan, so it's a 50-50 if we could just dump EU anyway.
Mhm.
I
yeah,
think not holding 5-year plan, I would say SocGovs, but that's me.
yeah. Let's see how the setup looks. Okay, it is 4-4-2.
Standard.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm still gonna argue for sock govs just because the chance of getting Italy only comes around like once or twice a game, and it swings Europe. But I totally get I mean, we're at a fork in the road, right? And both are good plays, I think. We have a slightly better odds with the Iran coup. Yeah.
For me, it's just both. I mean, the odds become the same. It's
Same, yeah,
just the
after, yeah, yeah, you're right. Um,
Iran coup post Suez, where they're fully knocked out, is like juicy. And so here's my two arguments, right?
mhm.
Iran, but in the end, I'm okay either way. If we use Suez, they're 5 ops away from having Europe Dom, which is honestly a lot of ops. So that slows them down in Asia. They have to were to get back into Middle East, which is ops, like doing a long walk, um,
True.
and we have 5 year plan, if they do get Dom, and we could possibly drop the scoring.
True. I think you've won me over with the walk aspect, and also
Yeah,
normally I like to get more value out of Suez. Like getting three out of it is kind of like the minimum, obviously. But I'm good with that. If so, people want to go with Suez.
he's convinced me
That's my
to.
argument, but I'm okay either way.
Yeah, I'm actually I think this puts them in more peril, so I like that too. And containment. Okay, so they're gonna have a supercharged stand. That's weird that it took them so long to figure out containment. I would have done that in a split second. Okay, now the coup card.
Warsaw
Yeah, I agree.
or EU.
I think Warsaw initially, just because we're not going to event it, right?
Yeah.
And it is Iran, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. But hey,
Okay. This
we
is
got
what
the
it is.
we got the bad roll out of the way.
It's what it is.
So with the containment hand, I am a little bit concerned, but let's see if it was all one up or low, then they've just got a middling hand. But
So with containment, I'd say getting ops into South Korea quick is pretty important.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, I really wish that coup had worked because having this be,
yeah.
Vulnerable is
yeah,
very difficult for them.
yeah. We also desperately need an access card, and Iran would have been our access. So
Yep. Well, we still have a 33 shot on IP war eventually if we
yeah,
lose the walk to pack.
yeah, exactly. So IP War I was going to hold for kind of our safety valve card in case we
Yeah.
yeah. We don't need mill up, so I'm going to say let's play Arab Israeli.
Yeah, I was thinking AI could take Iraq or go one Iraq, one South Korea.
Yeah. I like the idea
I
of
just want to be
trading.
like food out of Iraq if they want to drop DEFCON.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
So I would split that one. I'm becoming more and more in favor of kind of early on just kind of keeping them guessing as to where your primary
Yeah.
thrust is going to be. And since we don't hold a scoring card, we don't actually know where our primary thrust should be.
Oh, brutal.
If they weren't under containment, I'd say at some point we have enough ops so we could poke West Germany, but I don't think that's a worthy strategy with a containment
I
hand.
think if they're like, yeah, I don't think so with containment hand, but if it's late in the turn and they fill up France like AR5 or 6, and depending on the mill ups or space situation, like eventing sock govs is not a bad idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point. Yeah, I've done that before, right? Yeah, it's kind of the counter to the AR7 move by the US. You do the thing that kind of creates a huge problem for them.
So that, yeah, so that like they're kind of in a pickle.
Yeah, no, I like that. So yeah, so pretty likely last AR will do sock govs.
But right now they're thinking about how do they move out of Iran.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if I was them, I would.
If they go 3 pack, do we just IP war it right away? Or do we let them go to India and do the war on India?
That's a good question. Definitely wouldn't advocate if they go three pack. I wouldn't play China because that's just burning it
No.
too easily.
My opinion is because DEFCON at 4, it is a decent coup card coup for 4 op. But also if we IP war at Pakistan, there's a chance we get Pakistan and India. So as it goes, right?
Yeah. If they only go three there and it's the opportunity, I would take it because it blocks Asia going forward to IP war them there.
Hmm.
But you're right, it's only a 33% shot, so you know, if it doesn't work, you're kind of giving them
And they walk straight into Pakistan.
they keep spreading.
I mean, India.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have a fort. I don't want to use China to coup Pakistan.
No.
Like we could, but like I don't like it if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we're not. If we were holding Asia scoring or something, I'd be more willing to take that risk. But you're right. I'm with you on this one. I'd rather hold China. Um,
I'd rather focus just like getting South Korea.
yeah, getting South Korea and
I
getting a
wonder if
little
they're
bit.
thinking about like
They're
if
taking a.
maybe they're thinking about
Go ahead.
South Korea like off the get-go right now and then not spreading from Iran, but that's too risky, right?
Too risky. I just did that in another game though as my starting position. I did South Korea and then I played US Japan as my headline card because I'm holding Asia and I figured why not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good ups.
Hmm.
Okay.
Malaysia, the duck coup. Stop the duck coup. Um, okay. I would say Afghanistan, South Korea, and then like Saudi or Iraq. So Afghanistan is like is not a bad. Oh, if we
So
go Afghanistan, they go pack, right?
yeah, exactly. It sort of forces that. So I'm with you on Afghanistan. And then I like your idea of South Korea just putting the pressure on there.
With them under containment, I think we have to put something in South Korea because if they have Korean War, they could snag it
Yeah,
immediately.
I'm almost wondering if we should just put both of them into South Korea.
Because we can then use Fidel to, or a two up to gain control of South Korea if we need to. If there's only one, we need to use a three up the next turn. So I
Yeah,
suppose we
Yeah.
could in European unrest. But
I'm just trying to figure out the value of Afghanistan here right now.
yeah, so I'll outline why I think this is the first one we should put in because even if they take like two or three here into pack, which is possible, right? I'm not going to advocate for a coup, but then not only could we do IP war, but later on in the turn we could also just poke that to get access to India later on if they don't fill that. At a certain point they'll run out of ops. Um,
Maybe
if we're
not
lucky.
with containment.
Maybe not
Yeah.
with containment if we're lucky, or they'll space
Um,
something or something. But I just like having. I don't want to because I've seen too many times where somebody then goes, especially with a containment hand, they put
yes,
two into Afghanistan and then you're
yeah.
blocked.
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
blocked. You're
Okay.
totally
I think
blocked. Yeah.
Afghanistan, South Korea makes sense
Yeah.
then.
So that's why I'm putting the second one there. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we save our threes. I like the saving the threes.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now they could hammer us with if. I mean, we've only seen a part of their deck, but I'm just worried that if they have threes and fours, this could be very painful.
Well, if they took so long with containment, my guess is they're only getting three, maybe four ops out of containment.
Oh, so it was an argument
Right, like
about like,
that.
do we even headline
Mhm.
containment? Ah, okay.
And then the argument becomes, well, if not containment, what else?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, which is why I did that crazy setup on the other game because I had containment, but the most value I was going to get was +3 out of it versus I had two scoring cards and Asia was one of them. So I was like, if I can get off Asia for Dom, I'm willing to take the risks that they're holding
Like,
Korea.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had CNS, if they maybe have a scoring, like maybe like a
Mhm.
blockade something combo.
Oh, okay. So I'm glad we definitely put the one in there. Oh, I'm absolutely glad we put the one in
Uh,
there.
yep, they would have snagged it.
Yeah. I mean, now it's going to be a battle for it, but we have the ops to take it.
Oh, we don't because
Oh, we don't
containment.
because of containment.
Yeah.
Shoot. This may be, So I'm going to propose a weird use of the China card, but let's see if they play the way I think they're going to. If I was them, I would dump everything into South Korea, but they're not doing that right now.
I'm wondering. So I'm on with you with China. I'm thinking like three Pakistan, two South Korea or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was going to be my weird kind of use of it.
Mhm.
And it's only because we hold Indo-Pac, but
Yeah.
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 So they if they get South Korea, we coup Iran and we lock up Pakistan and India.
Yeah. So let's see where they put them because I get this feeling right now they're arguing about like, do we just keep it so it's competitive here? Like maybe put two and then one somewhere else, or go.
Well, they might be saying, should we do Pakistan or South Korea?
Yeah, yeah, right.
And I'm wondering if we should have used a three to get two into South Korea, but still, at least we got one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Knowing the
one.
outcome, I really wish we had done three too. But I'm also I still like our strategy of holding our best cards for the mid late turn. Okay.
Mhm.
So Max, this is what I think you and I were thinking the same thing. So go block, fight.
Yeah, make them have the four while we
Yeah,
hold IP war. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Good.
I love it. I love
Good,
it.
yeah.
It's aggressive, but this is the one situation where I was like, I was gonna hold China, but you can't let that battleground go so easily.
I also think it's different of like using China for like a 50-50 coup, let's say, and using
Mhm.
China to like create board position,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
exactly.
it's like a different use of China.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if they decide to coup pack for whatever reason, I mean, we get South Korea out of it, right? And worst case
Yeah.
scenario is we'll
Yes.
still have access to, like, they're not going to get us down to zero here, so we'll still have
Exactly.
access.
Yes.
I mean, they might get us down to zero, but we have IP war to still take another shot at and get South Korea, right? So,
Yeah, true. Yeah, if they, oh,
oh my
okay.
God, they have the ops.
Jesus. But, well, that's interesting. They kind of did
Hmm.
what, repaired what you had said earlier. It's going to take a lot, and it took a lot.
So is that telegraphing that they must have Europe scoring, right?
They must have Europe
They
They
scoring.
must have
wouldn't
Europe
just
scoring.
leave
I would
Korea.
just honestly take South Korea and walk into India.
Yeah, I don't think we can
Or we say
avoid.
they don't. Yeah, because I think we let them score it and then we take the coup on our own.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm because the only thing we can do to fight it is eventing SOC govs, which with them under containment, I just don't think that delays it by one turn.
I think it's. I mean, okay, wait. If we event sock govs, then they fix AR5 and score AR6.
Or we
True.
poke it.
So
No,
we could
sorry,
keep.
they repair AR4, score AR5.
Yeah, if we were one AR
So I think
further in, I would like it because
it
we could
makes
keep poking,
sense.
right?
Yeah, but no, my vote is two South Korea, one India.
Using EEU and hold SOC govs, or
For now, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of the way I'm leaning. So let's resolve the event first, just to get them on the clock.
Yeah.
So I definitely say let's take South Korea. What do you do? What did you want to do with the third? Spread to India?
India.
India
Yeah,
just take
just
it.
so that we don't get cut off if they do go for their coup here.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, good.
Yep. So
Okay.
if they do coup here, then we could attempt soft govs, possibly.
Yes.
Yeah, they need mill ops, right? Yeah, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Europe.
Right.
Okay.
I think the coup, or if we coup Iran, but I could also see like Afghanistan, Burma to take down.
I'm more the Afghanistan Burma, or at least Burma, just to help with the
We
spread
are,
too.
I mean, they need a coup. Pakistan is obvious; they're under containment.
Yeah, I agree.
How are we going to get influence into the Middle East to ensure we have a presence?
We'd have to like just outright take Saudi or take Syria.
And we
Yes.
do that with Sokka.
Fuck govs. I get, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I'd vote
I
for
think
Syria. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think the I think the I honestly think I'm leaning more towards the coup. I think protecting Pakistan is the way to go.
So the coup is a protection I agree with. In and of itself, I mean, it'd be nice to get it to work, but so do we want to go with the three for the coup? Do we want to sacrifice SOC govs now that they've scored?
No, I would say we save the three.
Then it's
We
Fidel, right?
use. I would say. I would say IP war. There's a chance we hold Fidel and event it.
Hmm.
If
So
we use, I was leaning towards Fidel as well at first, but if I guess if you think about it, if we coup Iran, DEFCON's 3, there's no need for IP war anymore.
Yeah, it loses its
Exactly.
value. Yeah, yeah. No, no, I can see that. Um, I'm okay. I was leaning towards Fidel too, but I'm okay with IP war. So coup. Let's see what the
I think
chances are.
so.
I think so. It's got to be basically up.
Even if we clear them out, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go for it.
Or do we go Panama?
Well, Panama's the other one, right? So that was what I was, but we haven't seen CIA yet, so Panama puts us in a little bit of, but
Oh yeah. Okay. No, no, Iran. We haven't seen CIA. We're holding with 5-year plan and duck
withholding
Oh,
cover.
and
5-year
yeah,
plan.
that's right.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
and
Yeah.
Middle East hasn't
Yeah.
scored yet either, so that's why I'm kind of like it's a weak coup, but
Yeah.
it
Get,
serves our
get a
interests a little
6.
bit more.
Get a 6.
At least we cleared them.
Oh,
Okay. Ready? We cleared it.
I
I'll
mean, this
take
kind
that.
of forces them into a bit of a small pickle, right?
yeah.
So say they take presence, right? We go Syria, Afghanistan. We have Dom, so they either have to coup or give us 3 mil-ops.
Yeah, that,
Like they
Yes.
can either block our Dom or take Thailand or give us mil-ops.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because yeah, I'm in favor. Like we've already made our coups for
Okay.
this turn. Uh,
Blockade gives D-stall.
yeah, that's good in a way. Okay, so that refills. Okay, so now we've got this is our last AR. So SOC govs for influence, correct?
Yeah, so I like Syria, Afghanistan.
Definitely Syria because we need the presence. Definitely Afghanistan to give us Dom. How easy will it be for
So
them?
now they could so now they can either block Dom or give mil-ops. They could take a coup, in which case we have Dom.
Yep.
If
So
they coup Syria, that's not good for us. However, do you think they would do that over leaving Asia vulnerable? I don't think so.
It
I
does
don't
They
put
don't
the
think
have
they
oh,
want the DEFCON to go to 4, do they? I think they'd want the DEFCON to go down so they could take Thailand right
that's
away.
true. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Um, I mean, we've got this last op. Where do you want to? Because I think this is correct. I mean, if they coup Syria, worst case is they're going to get 4 in the Middle East. But the only other way we can do this is putting 1 in Lebanon, which is an even better coup target for them. So I'm dead set
Yeah,
against that.
Uh,
Lebanon doesn't feel like an option.
Yeah, and putting
So, I
3 in
mean,
Syria just feels silly to me. So,
walk- going to Burma to try and pick up Lao out of it is not
yeah.
that bad.
that's where I was kind of leaning. I'm always if you can't figure out what to do, spread. So I was either
Yeah.
going to say Laos, which or Burma towards Laos, or Israel towards Egypt, but we may get that with Nasser next turn anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I like this because I think picking up Lao is going to be important long term to be able to secure Dom.
Sure, agreed. Okay, let's go with that. We have put them in a difficult situation. Um,
It's mil-ops or block Dom.
yeah,
I mean, I think you go mil-ops here, but Dom is also 7, which is big.
7 is big, but they're gonna. Okay, so that's a 2 coup. Okay, they cleared us.
Yeah,
We
okay.
still we still get a VP out of it. So that was UN alone, and that was their whole hand. Okay, we've got
Hmm.
a bit of a problem.
I don't think we can headline Nasser because we can't have that be defected.
Yeah, we could. Okay, we could headline CIA because we have the DEF CON degrader, right? But there's still. Is there anything they could do to drop? How would people feel about this? Right now, we can headline CIA without much problem. It'll tell them our hand, but I'm just worried that holding 5-year and duck and cover puts us.
I like headlining CIA. Worst case scenario, we use 5-year plan with Middle East, right? Because they're going to see that we have Middle East, but
Yeah,
they'll see that we have 5-year plan
Oh yeah,
too.
we could. You're right. Worst case scenario, we can 5-year plan the used.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board with CIA. I think then.
yeah. Because what else could they
Except
do?
if they defector it and it's left in the deck,
I'm
that's
I'm
not
actually
great.
okay with that though, right? Like that's not a bad
Oh yeah,
outcome.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Is there
I really
anything?
don't know if I like this or not, but I think it makes sense.
So what about if they do Olympic Games or something? we have the choice though about whether so we would just keep the DEFCON high. It's at 4
There's
anyway. Yeah,
Purge, there's CNS, there's Olympic, there's Japan, which could be useful for Asia. There's defectors.
yeah,
Purge.
I mean, defectors feels really obvious.
yeah. And if it is defectors, then CIA to me feels like the one card we want to throw away anyway.
Yeah, we could space duck, and then we have just a kind of a playable hand. We could 5-year plan Middle East if we need to. Like I'm fine with
Yes.
that.
Okay, let's go with
Because
this.
what's one? I don't see what. Oh,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
That's what I
I also
suspected.
just don't see what the one op is really going to do here.
No, exactly. Not at DEFCON 4 because you can't advance into a battleground easily. I mean, they could. Hmm,
We'll
they could.
drop DEFCON to walk into Thailand, I think.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just do a token
Yeah,
coup
but I
on.
mean, we're losing Thailand regardless here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. That wasn't a concern. Um, we do need to get presence in the Middle East or try desperation coup. What are the thoughts here?
Well, I mean, we have Nasser once DEFCON goes to 2,
Yeah, so drop DEFCON quickly to get Nasser activated, and then drop
and
Middle
then
East
just or 5-year plan it if we have to,
or 5 year. Okay,
because we're
yeah,
purged.
yeah, true. Okay, yep. This isn't a great purge hand. I mean, we can event Fidel. We could event De Gaulle just to mess with them in Europe.
Probably need those ops.
Probably do. I'm just trying to think. I always try and go through like what would be eventable here out of the mix. Fidel might make sense.
I think Fidel's an event here. That's why I want to hold it. Like I definitely do think Fidel's a very reasonable event.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, especially purged. I mean, you just want to.
So they might also go for a Korea jam here because we're purged.
Right.
True.
That's my other fear,
Yeah, but then with 2, we fill India, so we're still 3 battlegrounds.
which isn't super great. That's not dumb, is what I'm saying.
It's not Dom anymore, but I don't know if since we gave up China, I don't know if we can. You're right. That would be the logical move, like fight for Korea.
Or even North Korea, too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't drop the DEFCON here, I think we should just put De Gaulle into the two Koreas.
That's a good idea.
Oh, is protection?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that. The more I think about it, because yeah,
We can 5-year plan Middle East. I 100% think we should just not ignore it, but we should definitely prioritize Asia. And as soon as DEFCON's 2, we just use Nasser to get into Egypt.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
We're late in the
yeah,
game.
yeah. No, I like the strategy. I mean, there's a limited amount you can do with this hand, and I think those are the key things. Hold our Asia Dom, get rid of. Oh, that was okay. So they dropped
Oh,
Okay.
DEFCON. I wouldn't have picked that, but anyway.
I think we protect.
So
I
De
think the fact
Gaulle,
that they Yeah, I think the fact that they went for that suggests that they might have Asia scoring.
yeah.
mhm.
And this still we can get to Lao, which will give us country count. We can fill in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I that was kind of a weird place to drop that one, right? Like I would have. Yeah, there aren't that many great coup targets, so maybe that's just what they felt. I mean, now they can march
Uh,
into Thailand, so that saves gives them a logical thing. If they do
Space
march,
is also really important here.
oh, why are they
Yeah,
cooing?
doing that.
Okay, I mean, it worked, but I'm a bit
I would
confused.
say space.
Oh, they use Romanian because we have East
Or because
independent
they,
Reds.
that's fine.
Oh, okay. I mean that
I
that
would say space.
yeah. So duck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if we could get the 2, we could get the 2.
Yeah, let's get the 2. Okay, well, it's worth a
Okay,
try.
well,
Are you good with tracking still?
yep.
Okay. I mean, this is good no matter what. Like these 7 are salt. Now it's relatively easy to fix with Southeast Asia and Thailand, but the fact that they're so that second coup confused me. All they're doing is denying us mill ops and setting us up for getting 3 in Romania. Is that a correct read?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the correct read is denying mill ops.
Okay. and maybe protecting Panama too, because that was
So assume they go into Thailand here. I think we place one into we put independent Reds into Lao,
yep,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
then we event Nasser after that.
yeah,
Yes.
The
yeah,
space VP is unfortunate.
yeah. I really wish that had worked because that would have balanced out the VP
And
track.
really, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So 5 years going to go last to get rid of Middle East. Yep, this kind of plays itself out. Fidel will event, Nasser will event, ND Reds will go here. Worst case scenario is we could always just fill Burma or something if we want to keep the pressure up. But at a certain
But
point,
yeah, like we could give Fidel
Mhm.
for ops if we had to.
yeah,
It will be
Yeah.
hard if they decide to country count us. Um,
yeah. And with them
but
holding
like
China, it's it's difficult. I mean, I've defended this type of setup before. It's really hard, especially when you're under purge, to kind of keep up with the U.S. because they've got
yeah,
Mhm.
if we weren't purged, it'd be fine.
yeah, yeah,
We also haven't got a four up.
yeah, exactly. Purged with a relatively weak hand. So they were containment on the first hand. They purged us on this one. They are definitely owning the ops race here.
Yeah, no
But
decall, no destall. But that doesn't. There's still a lot of Twilight struggle.
there's still a lot of
Right.
Twilight struggle, and we definitely made a good investment here. So I like the Asia strategy. Middle East will be fine. Europe, I would like to get push on that somehow, but we
Is
just
what it is right now.
yeah. If we redraw De Gaulle or something, that would be
Yeah.
at least CI is out of the deck.
I wish they had defectors instead of purge there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This hand was a little bit susceptible to purge.
Beating a bad purge, yeah. I oh, we're up. They're down 20 minutes midway through turn two, so that's also something.
Yeah,
So it just might mean this game is going to take a long time.
yeah,
I do think as part of the um tie break, it's like what um turning the game gets to. So after a head to head, so hmm, that would actually be not great because we'll have lost. Hypothetically, we might lose to Poland and Belarus.
yeah. We're still in this one. We just need a good access card or two.
Yeah, we need decall pretty bad
Yeah,
for D-stall redraw.
yeah.
Being down four here is not fantastic though.
No, nah, I would have preferred otherwise, but they are taking a lot of time considering they know our hand. They should know how this is going to play out.
I mean, there's a lot of pretty good cards in the deck still, right? I mean, they could also have like Decall, Cambridge, Vietnam, Asia, and CNS, but I feel like that's unlikely.
Yeah. I mean, they got to take Thailand.
Unless
They
they're thinking like we only have one ops, maybe they do something even more crazy, right? Like we only have one ops.
so they could storm into Europe, but that's kind of crazy when you've already got Dom, right? Like where else would
Yeah.
you storm? They've done
You could
what we
still
go ahead.
you could still double break South Korea with China or North Korea, right? Like
Yeah, true. But
if they had a lot of ops, they could force it.
yeah, but
Seems crazy instead of just taking Southeast Asia, but they could.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's why I liked this play. I mean, if we get China out of this going into T3 and we've end up losing Asia Dom, but we get still like two or three out of it. I'm sort of okay with that given where we are. If they're holding Asia and they are thinking that, I mean, that's a very costly push, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah,
I mean, and means they can't do other things, which is good for sure.
Yeah. Actually, if I was
But
going to
it's
do
like,
that, I might do that in Pakistan, right? Because it would give you access to India too.
oh yeah, but with the wars, with this Korean War gone, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
like if you want to bully us, now's the time. Like we have a shit hand,
Yeah, and they know it.
ops wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It's all ones except for this one, which will be our final two, which we got to figure out what we want to do with. Because Event Fidel, Event Nasser, one goes to Lao. What do you want to do with these two when we're dumping Middle East?
Mm,
Libya seems reasonable.
Libya? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Because we'll have the presence there, so yes, the spread there seems to be the most. Unless we're still fighting,
well,
like if they haven't dropped Asia by that point and we're still in the fight for this, I might say try and put
then
Like
yeah, then like take
Burma.
India or something is fine. But
yeah, yeah.
did they go take a shit?
I know
I
what,
don't know. Should
what
I
are
ask
you thinking about?
him? It's a long break. I mean, if they're holding Asia, there's a certain point at which you kind of got to go, like, even with a shit hand, if we can't figure out a way of fixing this, like maybe they have some cards they need to space and stuff, maybe they just fill Thailand and kind of go, we'll at least get one VP less. I can't, with holding China though, I can't see how you wouldn't just say fill Southeast Asia and just block Dom.
Mhm.
I mean, I
So,
can also just sit here for an hour chatting with you guys and take the W. Like I'm not fine. Like I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Realistically, if they want,
exactly.
like,
yeah.
please burn time.
Well, that's why I'm also like, if we can plan our hand out, because what I want to do is basically have us get down to like 114 or something by the end of this turn and have them be, because this is sort of
Sub
crazy.
50.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's 5 games. This is the 5th one. Are we 3 and
Four
1?
games.
This is the 4th
Four
game?
games, and we're 2-1.
2 and 1.
2
Yeah.
and 1. Okay. That's what
So
I
it's
thought.
five in each group. So the top two advance, and everyone plays each other once. So we play 4 games total in group stage.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird being 10 minutes ahead in T2. I don't recall.
But
Okay.
they don't have ops
Another
problems.
4.
Yeah, they did break.
Oh,
Okay, they did go for
they
that.
did
I'm kind of.
Oh, it's because they have Truman.
have Truman, but
They have
there's nothing
Truman,
we can do about
but
it.
with Warsaw
Except
still out there, I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, I don't know. They're gonna try for a Europe win.
there's nothing we can do about it. So I think we
I
just
Well, okay. Well, we don't want them to double poke Thailand also. Or sorry,
s-
I mean
Poland also.
Poland.
Poland.
So I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
We could put Indy into Poland. Oh, I wonder if they did that to get Lao also.
Yeah, it does kind of put us. So here's my thinking on it. I think that I think I mean, if they have Truman, we're kind of going to concede that because I can't see fighting that back. But I would prefer,
So if they double poke Poland,
yeah.
we literally they could Truman one and ops race the other.
Yeah, I think it's risky. As much as I'd like to just put it in
Ah,
Lao, I think it's very risky to leave it vulnerable.
I see
Yeah.
your point. Yeah, yeah. No, I get it now because yeah. So this is the play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I see it. Yeah, yeah. You're right. With this shit hand, if they decide to, if they have enough things, we could be
If they double
presenceless.
poke Poland, we don't have a two.
Yeah,
We could use China to poke Poland.
Yeah, like they literally just have to put that into Poland, and we basically will one gets Truman and one gets ops.
yeah, yeah. This isn't invincible though because they still could double hit us, but then we can repair that with a single. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. No, good call.
That was a good play. That
Yeah,
was a good play.
good play on their part. I guess they had to think about that for a while. I was sitting there going, well, they could jam into here, into East Germany, but I mean, what does that get them? Because they've already, but now I see like that gets them potentially Europe control, if, or at least presenceless
Gets
Europe
them
scoring.
East Germany and blocks Asia Dom and Lao.
Yeah,
It's a good play. We have no ops.
yeah, yeah. Oh shit, they have a ton of ops.
It's
So they're
just
gonna
the
take
endless
Lao. Yep.
Parade of ops.
Yeah. Um,
Event Nasser.
Before we do that, I just want to see it's 4-4, but they can easily block this. Yeah, I'm not sure if fighting for Asia makes sense anymore. So event
No, I
Nasser.
think just event.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, good. We're done. Yeah, 114
If
works.
that gets Truman, it gets Truman. So we just have to hope for Warsaw coming back at this point and just get some ops back in there.
Yeah.
It's a really aggressive play with Warsaw, like in the deck.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. I don't recall ever doing this myself with Warsaw being present, but um, because you're gonna have to put three more in there, so you're investing a hell of a lot for something that can just get erased. Same here with one card later on with the
I
redraw.
thought the play to just kind of like create problems and grab Lao is good, but the increasing the investment is like, yeah, I mean, it could work, it could not. So who knows?
Yeah,
But getting Lao out of it was huge for them.
yeah. When people are
Yes.
watching this game, they're probably gonna be like, "Oh, I never would have thought." And it's true, we didn't consider that. We actually thought they were gonna jam into Pack or, and I
In
saw it
Asia,
Actually,
yeah.
too.
it
Yeah,
was a total decoy to get Lao. I think you're right.
yeah. I mean, smart play because if they're holding Asia, they just save themselves 5 VP because we'll only score it for 2. Okay, Olympic. Are they gonna just keep piling in? No. Okay, so they're threatening India a little bit. Um,
I'd say Fidel into India then.
yeah, that's
Like
kind of, yeah,
make them have the ops for it.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Good with this? Okay, yeah. And we're at 114. This is good. Um,
I mean, we can still drop Middle East here depending what they do to hold 5-year plan for Europe.
ooh,
Oh yeah,
I
that's
actually
a
like
good
that
point.
more. Yeah, because, yeah,
We don't really gain much by playing the two ops.
right. And they can't poke Egypt. They have no access. So yeah, I think that's the right play, Max. Because yeah, if they redraw, if we redraw Europe scoring, that will be a 6. Is going to score for 6.
Yeah, we want to be able to 5-year plan that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to give them like a almost a double-digit lead.
That was a very hard hand with being purged with them having so many ops.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. What's the ratio here? I mean, they were playing what felt like threes and four. Yeah, okay. So outside of Romanian Olympic, but on average they had like 8,
Yeah, they're doing
11,
pretty good.
12, 14.
In their
F
previous, can you click on number one out
Sure.
of curiosity? They had like
With containment,
fourth,
they yeah,
four.
everything here was fours and
Yeah.
threes and twos. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
The ops differential has definitely been in their favor. And yeah, I would have done the same.
yeah, we know that was coming.
Yeah. Okay, Middle East.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
drop it.
Yeah. Comic-Con. Okay, so that's useful. So definitely one, I think, check for
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of realign
You
protection,
go.
and you go, right? Last one.
I don't care. Just put it anywhere.
Okay, I'll go for Austria. Fighting
I'd
for
assume that's
Romania.
just going to go into India.
Yeah. India maybe reinforce Panama. I typically try and do at some point, but
Iraq.
Iraq's possible. Yeah. Let's see which way they view the greater threat. Asia's going to come out late.
They may try and protect against decall. Hmm.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
march out.
if they go Indonesia, I assume that means they have that they might have not gone out because they have decall.
Oh, true. Yeah. If they don't put one in Thailand and Indonesia, that means they're holding decall.
Yeah, let's see if we
Yeah, if you're not holding decall, I'd either go 3 India or like 2 India, 1 Indonesia.
Well, yeah, they have China, so they don't
yeah,
have to
Actually, no,
put
with China, they don't need Thailand. Yeah.
yeah.
right.
Indonesia, yep.
Okay,
And
so
they
that
fixed, yep,
answers that question. They don't have decall, I think.
yep. Let's see how we get here. This redraw may be critical. They did reinforce France, which was kind of one of the things I was.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marshall, VR, Foremost in Cambridge. Yeah, okay. Do you want me to hold here, or do you need?
Yeah, hold for a second.
Sure.
Marshall, Formosan, are Cambridge, which means they have Ecal, Asia, Nazis, defectors, and special.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting.
Okay.
So they don't know we got.
Purge, IP, and one.
they think we're going to headline probably Vietnam revolts. We may headline Cambridge
No,
5.
because but Vietnam, oh, yeah,
Vietnam doesn't
But
get
there's
us
Vietnam
much.
doesn't. It does give us the extra ops though to flip Lao, but it's not much.
It's not much. They're already
Um,
5 to 4. But yeah, logically looking at this hand, you'd either play VR or Cambridge, knowing what you know. I'm gonna
and they would
argue.
either Asia, defectors, or CNS.
Yeah.
they know we know that they have defectors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to think that we're it's like that game of chicken, right?
Oh yeah. It's
Psychological.
game theory, right? You
Well, I mean, Vietnam does not give us Dom,
no.
so they could drop Asia here either way for 2.
That's
So
what
I
I would
think we
do.
play purge, right?
Yeah. So that's why I'm arguing for purge
No,
because
I think I so if Purge gets defected,
I will cry for a long
yeah,
time.
right? Like,
But
and they have CNS, that's an event. They have Asia. So like Purge already is maybe only getting 4. If
so
Purge, I don't know.
yeah,
So
given what
you're advocating for Vietnam so that we can at least make headway in Southeast Asia for the Middle War.
I think I'm advocating for Vietnam because I don't want to give up. I don't want Purge to be defected.
I see.
and VR does have some value, like for
Yes.
Burma and potentially yeah. So I'm not totally against it. Let's go with this. Good,
Sure.
good.
Yeah.
And it got defected. But I'm now glad because I was like they might still play defectors given everything that's going on. Okay. So thoughts now.
Panama?
Yeah, so now I'm like, without access, should we just purge Panama, purge coup Panama? Or do we purge coup Iran?
It's one or the other, right? We're holding
Hmm.
Indo-Pak, so protecting Pakistan is not so critical to me. That's the one reason why I would have done this coup. And we've got
Yeah.
Middle East
You
access
know,
now.
they have CNS a scoring and decal. If we get into Panama, we have a great hand for a Columbia walk.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
And they have
yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering. We've got enough ops here to, and we've got to generate access somehow. So
yeah.
Yes.
let's go for it. Panama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Strong roll.
I think we're behind enough here that like I'm fine with we're giving Marshall for ops. Like we could go Marshall like could we do Marshall, Columbia, and take okay.
That's fine. I would have done the
There,
same. Yep. Okay, so
We
they
need to
don't
get
know.
into
Sorry, go ahead.
we need to get into Libya at some point before the end of the turn.
Yeah.
yes. Okay, so what if it's so they have decal special and CNS right now.
Yep.
What if we went Marshall to Libya to Colombia?
So possible. One question I had though, would we want to try and beat them on the space race knowing they have that card?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
if
That
we're gonna space NORAD
if we're going
regardless,
to space
yeah.
NORAD, which is kind of the way I was feeling, let's just go for the. I mean, we got one of these rolls has got to work, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Shit. Well, maybe not. Okay. I mean, damn it. Okay. Well, they're gonna get the two out of that, but I just kind of felt like given CNS.
Oh, that was the right call.
Yeah.
That's the right move. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Our hold card's gonna be 5 year again. I think.
Yep.
Yep.
For better or worse.
Yep. They don't know about
I
Indo-Pak.
I mean, getting
What about
knocking the
using
middle ups is
Marshall?
good.
Right.
What were you saying, Brad?
Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, what about? I agree with you that perhaps we walk into Colombia. I'm wondering if we use Marshall as the coup, the counter coup.
Oh,
Oh, for the hammer coup. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So then we might want to do something like with one of these twos, kind of go Colombia and then
one
potentially
in Libya.
Libya. Yeah. Because Asia scored now, so I actually don't have that much. Yeah, and they're doing the walk, which they should. So what about, we're not going to event Cambridge, right? So what about this? Start the pressure?
I mean, so the other option I still think is Marshall to Libya to Colombia. Then we don't have to use the 4 for the coup, and we outright take Libya.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that that's fine too. Yeah, and it just puts more pressure on them to get a good coup out of Colombia, which they
And we
may
have
not even
two
have the
twos,
cards to do it.
or we'll have 3 twos to coup Colombia with. That's not that bad. They have decal and CNS still in hand.
Yeah,
So we
so they
know,
probably don't have many cards.
yeah, so we know we're in a better position right now, most likely.
Yeah,
And
so
we could even, yeah,
so my only question here, what does the second one in Colombia get us other than slightly
it
better
just makes it
odds?
harder for them to coup it. Yeah, it just increases our odds. The other option would be like one Colombia, two Libya, one Israel or something to like work towards Lebanon, which is clearly where they're going.
The Columbia walk, all it does is prevent them from starting to spread everywhere else, right? Because they're just going to get bound up cooing Columbia.
So I can get the, like this is kind of where I was thinking, because we're going to get access then back up to the top of the Middle
But
East,
yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that also.
Sure.
and it's another battleground that we're getting into. So this is kind of the way I'm leaning. Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also now that they've moved into Angola, like if they don't move into Zaire, that's like if we just
Yeah.
our tests,
Yeah. They can't ignore
like
this,
that's good.
right? Yeah. So yeah, if we
Yeah.
can hold them in Angola, that's actually beneficial to us later on.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this because now we're one away from getting Middle East. We created a threat they can't ignore.
Because like say they just clear us out, then we could take Lebanon, which is not a bad thing. If they get 1 or 2 in, we take a counter coup.
Yeah.
I still really hope that we get Warsaw and we could retake East Germany, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's, that's how it
Just hope they
goes.
don't have a oh
NATO.
Holy
no.
shit.
Or
Fuck.
yeah, that's what I was worried
Oh,
about.
good. Okay, allows
Oh,
you roll.
Oh,
oh my
okay.
God.
Okay. So counter with
Um,
Cambridge.
Bridge,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This should work
That
like
was
3/4 of the, yeah,
total.
yeah. Worked. There we
Oh
go.
my goodness. We lucked out so bad.
Okay,
Oh
so that
yeah,
was their,
that
that
was,
was an unknown, right? So
yeah.
Now they have
We call it.
CNS decall
That's the only
and
thing that's known.
okay, so you wouldn't use CNS in this situation. You definitely wouldn't use decall. So
If they want to use decal to Columbia, to each their own.
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I, I'm okay with it. I mean,
Okay.
if they fail this coup and we could get Venezuela, Brazil here,
yes, huge.
that is
Yeah,
so big.
yeah. And if they never get out of Algeria for whatever reason, that's also, I mean,
Mhm.
that's 100% the coup target next turn. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not so concerned about getting Middle East Dom locked in right away. Getting the access into South America's was this whole point. This was kind of a threat. I mean, and it does set us up nicely next turn anyway. Um,
Yeah. Like having one in Israel's not a bad thing right now.
yeah. Okay, they're eating the clock
It's good
still.
from a VOA perspective. Like there's a definite benefits to it. And if they were going to counter coup instantly, they would have dropped it already. Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
Mhm.
if they're thinking China.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
crazy. I mean, not totally
they
crazy,
need
right?
to because it's like this impacts such a huge part of the mid-war game.
Yeah. So if I was them, I would be arguing in favor of you. So you're saying China for cooing Colombia, right?
Yeah, which feels kind of whack. Also, dropping China and NATO to coup Colombia.
Yeah.
Well, we have three in there, but
Not even actually getting anything out of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, they had another scoring.
Oh
That's
Oh,
not
shit,
great,
that's not
but
great. Formosan,
Formosan into yeah, just put
yes.
Formosa into Venezuela.
yeah. This is, I think, a no-brainer. Okay.
Should we do one Venezuela, one Lebanon, or should we do? And it's
I'm
okay
more,
now that Europe is scored, we could use 5 year plan also.
um, true, it doesn't have as much value,
All
but
right.
yeah, I would, hmm, I can see the value of
Yeah,
getting, so what do you want to, let's think about
I
this.
kind of like that because Sadat's gonna come. We're gonna be in a problem in the Middle East. So at least having Lebanon,
it sets up a short dom.
yes, that too.
So what, so let's do, so Formosan still, but 1-1 is kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like this because we'll no matter what on the last one we'll fix Venezuela, right?
yeah.
Yes.
No matter what, we
Yeah,
take Venezuela, and then
yeah.
we either go into Brazil or we don't.
And we
I mean,
both
I
got,
guess we could say 5 year plan for Southeast Asia scoring is not unreasonable.
Hmm.
yeah, or when we get rid of, like, I'm okay with 5-year planning a one-op card. It's just a two-op card just feels kind of wasteful, and we knew they were going to do that.
Yeah,
So shit,
All
they're going to be
right.
double digits though. Um,
I mean, it just, there's not much we can do
Argentina,
on that.
Brazil.
they still haven't gotten out of there, so that's kind of interesting. Um, so I would say, so this is going to be my proposal here. So keep spreading would be Brazil, but that does put us at a little bit of a risk.
I think I'm fine with that. Like, it helps for puppets, it helps for OAS.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they could get grain and coup us out of Venezuela, and
And then we're
would
stuck,
be
yeah,
right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Having being spread in
or
South America is
Rushmore or
good.
ABM. It's very bad.
Oh, sock govs. Okay. Um, thoughts? Unfortunately, we can't do it in
Um,
East Germany.
I'd say two West Germany because that's the battleground we could break,
Yeah. And then I'm kind of one
and
France because
one France because of De Gaulle.
it weakens it, right?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go with that.
because one they're gonna go. I'd say they go West Germany, maybe France, Zaire here.
That's what I would do if I was them because they've scored it now, so the damage is minimal. But they've got to get out of Angola if they don't realize that. Okay, they did.
Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Okay,
I can live with
I mean that's all totally reasonable.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so good. We held 5 year plan.
Ooh. Oh
Very
yeah.
good. We held 5-year plan. Yeah. This is actually a pretty. It's got some useful things here.
What about two junta into Argentina, coup Mexico?
Yeah, because defectors.
Or do we
So
want to save it and coup Zaire?
Africa, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm wondering also.
Yeah, so
Quagmire?
That's what I'm wondering.
Quag would. Yeah, we'll get some. Because we don't want to drop DEFCON. So Junta can wait till later in the turn. And we could
I'm
mess with them.
surprised Kitchen's not
I
active,
was
if I'm being
thinking that too.
honest.
We just headline kitchen and
Yeah.
I'm just
Uh,
surprised it's not active.
I'm surprised it's not active. Yeah, exactly. Um, Europe scored, so
So
Quag.
yeah, I mean, Junta, like a mid-turn Junta is not the end of the world. Um, if we quag, we get. I wish we had a four. Because then we could
thing
like
is
coup
though,
Angola and try and flip Zaire.
Yeah. I'm still leaning
true.
toward. I wish we had a 4-2, but I still think Quag might be the best play here. As long as
Yeah,
Just
we can get.
that's what
allows
I.
Sorry,
the
so.
annoying thing is that it just allows them to get rid of all their junk cards very easily.
I
Tr
mean, they're gonna space decall anyway. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't see a better headline here. Like, Junta is slightly better, but we're not going to use the coup part of it, is the problem. If
yeah,
we
that's
I
can.
the
guess
problem.
Quagmire.
Is like, what's the like?
And we got to go for the high variance play, I think, given the score. And Quag, if we get lucky and they get stuck for some reason, we
True. True.
Yeah.
Quag
Yeah, I think that's
Like,
right.
voice shit.
I
Not
mean,
so they're gonna do
Hopefully
some
we
damage, but it's all repairable no matter where they
it's
hit
all
us.
repairable, and we have Junta.
Yeah.
yes.
And this is where Colombia actually is valuable to us because it may be our
Yeah.
last stronghold in South America. Um, so what's going to be the Africa coup? So we're going to do the coup first, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't necessarily have to. Like, we could place ops and then like
Oh
then coup.
yes.
True.
Yes.
But
So so in that case, I would argue for like CMC and just fix. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yep. Okay.
I think CMC and just fix is totally reasonable.
So then
Yeah,
I
I
would
think so.
do this, right?
Yeah.
This gives us Dom in two regions, and they've still got
Yeah.
to address. So good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Junta in their back pocket here, if they try and like ABM Venezuela or something, is actually massive.
And they failed.
Oh,
Okay. So I'm gonna
Really do.
I'm gonna argue for an interesting thing. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Um, so De Gaulle, we're not going to event because they've already gone that. So here's what I was kind of thinking. We could get access to Algeria, which we need an
Yes, I was,
African battleground
yes.
there. The third, I'm kind of open. Like thoughts?
so if
India?
we play shuttle, we don't have dominate. So,
Yeah, that's why I'm doing it with De Gaulle. Yeah.
oh, like in case they were to fail again, we could use Omid and just poke Iran.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because that's their only. Okay. So what you're saying is go this way instead?
If they fail, we take Iran with the Gulf.
Yeah.
If they succeed, we coup Africa and they
Yeah.
have to repair, and we have access to Iraq, and we have something good for Muslim Rev.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like it.
I like that a lot.
Good.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
no.
instead of spacing it, which is like, I mean, space is good, but like
Yeah, yeah, no,
at,
no.
at least,
Okay, South African. Okay. But they're out now, so we had our little run. The coup.
I say Angola for access to South Africa and because Zaire is vulnerable.
So I'm gonna say De Gaulle. Let's check what the odds are here before we do it. It's anything except a one.
It's
Good.
about whatever you guys think.
With
I'm
the
okay
other
with
one.
anything but a one, but like Zaire's a guarantee. That's all I'm gonna like. I'm fully okay with this,
So here's the
but
thought. Yeah,
Zaire's a
so
guarantee.
Zaire's a guarantee, and we might be able to swing.
Yeah,
You know, if we get into Brazil, we might be able to swing them in a fork move where we kind of go Uruguay and whatever
hey,
the
we're
hell
holding Junta
Cameroon.
still, right? Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got
So it'd be a bit of a fake in a way, but we might be able to get access to another African battleground. That's the only thing I'm thinking. But
yeah.
thoughts? So Zaire, I'm leaning towards Zaire myself.
Zaire's a sure thing. My only one is Zaire's a sure thing. Angola's not, but Angola does give us access to South Africa.
But South
So
Africa
that's
would involve more ops than what we actually have to play with right now, right?
I
I mean,
agree.
it's a longer term. It would be a T5 kind of thing. I'm a
Yeah.
Zaire guy on this one, just for the sure thing. Good. Okay. And we rolled big, of course, of
We
course.
could have used kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. Which does bring up the point. We should probably just get Kitchen out of the hand while we've.
Yes.
Yeah,
We can, yeah.
yeah. So if they're gonna have to repair this or repair Iran, right?
Yeah. I mean, kitchen could take one in Israel or one into Iraq for shuttle. And then we have to use Junta, or we use Junta first, go into like Chile and realign Mexico, and then kitchen takes Chile outright.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
It
So I
just
like.
worked about Venezuela. It's
Yeah,
vulnerable.
yeah, exactly. but we might be able to fill Brazil with the other cards in the hand, right?
5-year plan.
Yeah, brush war.
Yep.
Shit, where are
Okay,
they going
well,
for?
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, we got lucky there. That was
Oh,
good.
okay,
Okay, so
okay.
now junta.
Or shuttle just takes a run.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they didn't repair. You're right.
Yes.
So this will remove a battleground, but
He gives us another battleground.
yeah, so it's a balance. I actually
Yeah,
like
Mhm.
that. Yeah. Thoughts?
yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Let's do it. Yep.
I'm 100% on board for
Oh,
that
because
one.
it's presence-less too, so they've got to do something. Okay. Yeah, we both got mill ops. We're still down by 11, but I'm liking the board situation a little bit more. South America is
The board
ours.
situation is feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially with junta, because we'll have the southern part of South America, right? Because is anybody interested in trying to junta into Mexico versus Chile? I'm definitely a Chile guy.
Oh, no, it's a Chile. Well, yeah, it's definitely in Chile. We still have not seen ABM. I don't want to give them Argentina yet as a target.
Exactly. Yeah. And puppet because they can fit into
Yeah,
all of
we need a junta into Chile and then just kind of like use all 4 ops spreading through South America here.
Brazil and
Okay, good, good.
Argentina.
I'm completely aligned. We got to get a control here if we can, because that will throw the game back into balance. Actually, if we get that scored, that'll actually put it probably in our favor slightly, because Asia's a wash.
Um,
Middle East
They
is
are
large.
putting a lot of effort to South America. I wonder if they have the scoring.
If they do, I
Oh,
mean, they would coup. If I was them, I would coup Colombia now because they've thrown Brush War, which
If
is their best
yeah,
shot.
if they have the scoring, that's what they do here.
Yeah. In that case, I still like Junta because if they get the successful one, we put two here, we coup that
And
back, right?
two, yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Huh.
Oh, not what is it? Oh, Middle East presence. They need presence, right?
Yeah, yeah. Because we've been playing like we have that scoring kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Junta,
Into Chile. Yeah, into Chile. Realign Mexico.
it's what, 80% unlikely, but okay. Go for it.
Mhm.
Hey, if you rolled a 5-2 there for us, that would have been
Yeah. Okay.
those numbers inverse, and they're out of Mexico. So
Yeah, exactly. We have a great South America position. So probably kitchen next to fill Chile.
We have 4 umps left,
Yeah,
and we need 5 for it.
we need 5 for control, so it's not realistic. But
But
we can keep padding our score.
if they get Panama, we I think we should take Brazil to protect
Yeah,
Panama.
yeah. I'm in favor of Brazil because they're not going to have an access card for Argentina versus, you're right, Panama would give them. I mean, they have puppet governments in theory, but I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, space.
okay, be
Okay, that's fine.
expected.
Okay,
Okay.
kitchen.
I'd say
I think this is the
yeah,
safe move, right?
yeah. I think that's the safe moves.
Mhm.
Especially since it's not active still. Okay.
What if 5-year plan is like 2 Brazil, 1 Tunisia to get Algeria access?
It's true, but then they just have to put two in there. But I still like that because it does force them to kind of, instead of doing something else there.
Yeah, it's just more of like it's a forcing play in
Yeah,
case they want to do something else. I mean, they've played China and Space Wheelberry. Like they might not have a good two,
Mm.
yeah,
or
I
like they might have other things on their mind.
I like it. And if they just want to, well, they don't need mill ops, but the bigger concern for them should be they want to have some presence in South America somehow. So yeah, two in Brazil, one in Tunisia. I'm good with.
Mhm.
We dump 5 points worth of scoring, which is also good. We desperately need the
You do
scorecards to.
the. Can you click on? I want to make sure I have the discard removed.
Oh,
If oh my god, no, brush. Did I miss brush?
yeah, and these two were dumped to Quag.
We played shuttle, and that messes up the count
Oh,
sometimes.
I have 2115. So something removed is not. Oh, shuttle, because shuttle
Shuttle,
does that weird thing,
shuttle,
right?
yeah, shuttle doesn't exist until the scoring
So it's not
happens,
in
and
the remove or discarded.
exactly, and it'll appear in the discard once the scoring goes off.
Okay. I'm gonna just leave it in removed. Or I'll put it into the discard.
Yeah, I
So our
normally put it in
discard
the.
should be one higher.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, 48 minutes. Yeah. This may be a big comeback game if we get the right scorings and if we get one more coup, like if we get the coup in Angola, then Africa could be ours.
Mhm.
Europe's already scored, so Middle East, if it comes out, will be for three. It's not bad. It's not going to change the game. But if we draw,
I mean, we could draw Muslim Rev still, like,
or OPEC would be for
yeah.
four
Like,
right now.
it's not. I feel better right now than I did at the middle of turn three. The fact that we've held Venezuela.
Yeah, yeah. Forcing ourselves into South America was the only smart strategy there, I think, because we really need to generate some access. I mean, it's nice that we got Junta because it completes the whole thing, but
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, if you're behind as the USSR and there's situations like that, like sometimes you have to make your own access and go with the variance because if you sit back and just hope that you get access first, you're gonna lose.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's never worked for me. You inevitably kind of go, I never got those access cards.
The fact that they gave up Iran is also like,
A little bit surprising. Um, they may have just missed it in the grant because we were doing a lot of weird stuff there, so they may have just not appreciated like they didn't have any presence or that we could take it. Um, okay, so we get a
ah,
VP out of it,
that makes sense.
Mhm.
and now that kind of Tunisia just went out the window.
Yes.
Okay,
I would put one in Argentina to protect against puppet.
so I'm going to resolve the event first, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's an ABM target, but it also prevents puppets from getting in there and it prevents OAS from outright taking it. So I think there's a larger benefit to drawback. So I'm with Brad on this one.
yeah. So this is two Brazil, one Arg.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Yep.
I like it, Brad.
Okay, good. I'm with that too. A little bit of a risk here, but yeah, it.
There's a risk going in and a risk not going in, and
Yes,
I
exactly.
Yeah,
Because with OBS,
yeah,
you can just take it if there's nothing there.
yeah,
which we don't want.
yeah. And to be honest, given where we are now, I'm going to argue in terms of let's do the more aggressive, more high variance plays because we're down by 10 heading into mid game, and we gotta kind of upset things slightly. But I am feeling better about the board. Though their move into Algeria does make me. I mean, they don't have Africa scoring because they would have actually sent it off by now. But I think we
No,
got
but
to.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
they're good, right?
yeah. I think Angola. If we get the coup next turn, I think Angola is it unless
Yes.
we somehow get Central America scoring or something. And
I think
even
they're
then, I
going
might
to.
argue because
I still think I'd argue Angola,
I still think I'd argue Angola too because it's a much more sure thing, and you can also put pressure on South Africa that way, and yeah,
like picking up Angola and Botswana is like a path towards Africa Dom.
yeah, exactly. So that's more where I'm thinking. I'm looking at the unscored regions, how because their goal should be how the hell do we fix South America before it scores because that erases their lead. If I was them, I
So
would
if we score South America for Dom, like the board, like the game's actually pretty even,
yeah,
which
Yes.
is crazy to think about, but it is, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah.
we do have to prioritize an op into India if we could spare it.
I was gonna say the same
Um,
thing next turn, just because I do want to be able to be in a position where we could impact Asia if we get lucky with, because so far we've had none of
yeah,
the
I
D
mean,
cards, right?
having having four
Oh no.
battlegrounds is good.
Yeah, yeah. So one up on turn 5. Let's just the extra op goes into
If we-
India. Now,
Yeah, we also Poland should go to 6 or 7.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say is the other place. We really need to make sure Poland is foolproof because it's our last bastion in Europe. So yeah,
We
I
still
don't.
haven't picked up 4 op also.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, I guess we did Marshall. Jesus
Oh
Okay,
my
that's gonna be
God.
Colombia. No, wait,
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, okay. Because that also
it's
takes away
just
our dom. Okay, we got flower power, which is
yeah.
sometimes helpful.
It's not nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Brezhnev will give
Um,
us 1, potentially 2,
2,
maybe 3.
3.
Ah, versus
Hmm.
Portuguese.
I like
I
Portuguese
like
Oh yeah.
Portuguese.
in case they drop DEFCON.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I like Portuguese myself.
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna get 3 out of Middle East. Central scores for what it scores, right? I'm not too concerned, but
Yeah, I like Portuguese.
Portuguese, let's go with it. Yeah.
If they drop DEFCON, that's the move,
It's
right?
a genius move then because we'll be fighting for Africa. Even though we don't hold it, there's a what is it, a 50-50 chance they've got it? Or a 30 chance they got it,
Central
something like
Middle
that.
East, pick up UN, pick up Puppet and Duck.
So if we UN duck space puppets, we've actually got a space card. We've gone whole turns without having a space card. That's the other weird thing.
Yeah, on it. We've picked up a lot more of the neutral cards, which is good for us. They're slightly more blue than red.
Salt.
So
Oh,
it's not great.
Not great. What are they going to pull? What's in the discard that's worth
no.
pulling?
No.
Purge or voice?
Brush,
Oh,
Junta,
brush form
Void.
maybe.
Maybe brush, yeah. I voice would
No, brush with flower power doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hmm.
Voice is interesting, but we could also just
voice.
go Venice. We could also
Yeah.
just overprotect Venezuela and Brazil.
Yeah, let's see what they pull, but that's the only thing I'm concerned about. They could take us out of either the northern part of South America or the southern part, and that's why this hammer coup is kind of nice. They can't take us out here. They could take us out of, yeah. Let's see what they pull. I'm more
See
of
what
a
they pull.
voice guy because it creates such a problem sometimes, but I think with this hand or with this setup, we're okay. Is there any place we want to realign with the DEF CON at 5?
I was thinking, and I don't think there is.
Yeah, I don't. I was wondering that too.
Yeah. The only thing I was
There
thinking,
isn't.
yeah, nah. Columbia isn't worth it. That was a silly idea. I was just kind of like looking at things that could be easily realigned, but a non-battleground makes 0 sense.
Like their best way of getting in is brush,
Yeah, yeah,
which is crazy after they just invented flower power. But I mean, Junta could get them in, but we have the ops if they don't get a good coup, and it's a one-up coup.
yeah. It's a
So
one-up coup. You're right. So yeah, and depending on how that works out, how hard they fight it, I would say I'd be willing to give up China if we have to hold.
if,
To
if they if they draw Junta, I could see I'd be very open to giving up China to just kind of like go Venezuela, Brazil to Argentina.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because in that case, we could hold Brezhnev over to the next turn. Because Brezhnev normally is a pretty
Yeah,
solid headline. It's just this hand it was not.
of course. Yeah, it's the two scorings.
Yeah, yeah. But one scoring will get us back into single digits for their lead, and the other scoring will be like a meh.
Yeah,
Is Bear Trap still out? It is, right?
yes, it is. Bear Trap, Grain, CRG,
What are they?
And
They're down to 40 minutes.
Kennedy.
Good God, what are they thinking about? I mean, it's
Oh,
purge,
but keep
brush,
thinking.
junta, voice, right? Like any one of those would be good.
Take all the time they need. They can take all the time they need.
Yeah, I agree.
So one thing I'm going to mention here, if they do pull brush, for example, I would argue doing a quick coup of Angola just to give that protection.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that.
Because I'm just looking at where we're susceptible. The other one is obviously Panama, but I can't figure out a way to, short of doing a Colombia coup, which might make, actually could make sense, just to give us Dom um, protecting it. It's junta. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think we do the China play and bolster South America. 'Cause it's a
Right,
one-up
right
coup.
now.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like
what you were
they're
thinking,
them going who yeah, bring everything to 3.
and just leave Angola for, because it's an easy
Because
coup.
it's going to generate
It's a
food.
super easy coup target. Um, I like this. Yeah. Good luck trying to get that to work.
It's a one-up coup with junta.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. In an overprotected, so we'll be +1. Yeah, even if they get with a lucky coup, we can still realign them and stuff. If I was them, I'd go for Brazil, maybe. But their hold on Colombia is really tenuous.
And they honestly need a lucky coup.
Yeah.
So
Are we susceptible to realigns anywhere?
I don't think so. It's very weird. You'd expect everyone to be susceptible to realigns, but we're not.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, we are. In theory, Panama is, but if they want to realign that,
Yeah.
more power to them. No, we've got all the traditional areas where you would think about doing a realign, like in this zone, we've got it. We control the Koreas. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we, it's either the next I would say it's we're either going to coup Angola or it's going to drop scorings, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If they don't take the coup, I would because I like to have it at 4. Or even we could do event duck and cover and then do the coup. No, I don't want to give them the last one.
That's interesting though. It is only one VP
It is only one
right now.
VP,
If we
so we could event duck and cover and actually not coup, just use the ops. So that takes it
Yes.
down to 4, and then we would just take Angola and maybe spread a little bit or something.
then we UN
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah, yeah, it's a possibility. Okay, let's see. I would have gone for Brazil. And they're going for the Miracle Realign.
Oh, realign.
Okay,
So this is where we can use duck.
Okay,
And
so what? Yeah, so what if it's stuck one Brazil to Angola?
yeah.
yeah.
So they get their VP. I'm not too worried about that. And then 2 Brazil, right? 1 Angola. We're
I'm fine with this.
Yep, I like that.
I guess
Yeah,
we aren't going to space anymore.
we aren't going to space, guys. Sorry.
And now if they coup, we get the counter coup on
We get
Angola.
the
Yes.
counter coup, yeah. And they're not going to coup Zaire, they'll coup Angola, so we have a reasonable chance of getting it
Yeah,
back.
we have yeah. Look, I mean, this kind of says they're gonna score South America here, right?
It does.
Like this turn. Like the junta play is like
I wouldn't have tried to realign Panama though because it's overprotected and yeah. I guess that was probably the best thing they could think of to do with it. But I would have tried the coup on Brazil honestly, right? Like it's a one-op coup, but you still if you roll a 6 maybe it's
yeah, I mean,
I mean this was a real
hey,
long
we're
shot.
we're we're fighting nicely.
We
I
are.
think they have lone
We are.
gunmen. And that's why they didn't coup.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
interesting.
good.
If they're gonna use this as an opportunity to dump the gun in,
Yeah.
it's very
Okay, that
possible.
gives them the access they were probably hoping for, as well as a VP. So it's not bad. So I'm gonna argue. Oh shit, we needed to drop Middle East.
Yeah, and if they pull out Sadat now, they get Dom because of shuttle.
Shit.
Mm.
Smart move on their part. Um, so I'm gonna argue here. Let's assume they don't. I think. Let's try this.
What if we use a two and we do like Cameroon, Egypt?
Ah, I
I
like that
was just
more.
thinking the same thing. Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So then, will it be how I learned, or do you want to UN puppets?
because Bear's out, I would use how I learned.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
fix and threaten, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Because if they coup us there, we drop for the three, which is really what we needed to get out of this.
Then the question is, did they do that because they had Nixon, or was it a fake out? I think we need the VP, so like I'm not mad about it, but we do have to drop scorings
Yeah, we
Yes.
one
absolutely
way or
have to drop
another.
scorings because with playing China, we only have four left. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think Middle East is our highest priority because unless they give us Nigeria for some reason. If they give us Nigeria, I'd rather get Africa and trade off and take Middle East for zero. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't see a way of kind of if they have Sadat, that's the end of the road for that one
Mhm.
because we don't have the four to put in Israel, and that's the only one we have access to.
No.
So
If they had Sadat, it's instant though, right?
Yeah.
except
Yes.
for the fact we created this threat here, and it's T5. So I mean, that's why I like this one. I'm like it forces them into more burning more time. Um, they've got 35 minutes
Or
left for
almost.
half the game potentially. I think we just keep playing fast, guys. Like getting a 20-minute lead on them is crazy.
Yeah.
So what's the next thing? Drop Middle East
Middle
unless
East.
Middle East, if they
Mhm.
coup here, Middle East, and if they do something, then I think we take Nigeria if they let us have it, right?
I still think they must have South America with that junta play. That like salting for junta there and then just playing it AR1 willy-nilly is like desperation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Really, like that feels like an absolute desperation play.
No, no,
What's even weirder, you're right, and what's even weirder is that they didn't coup Brazil, but they realigned Panama.
not knowing that we had central scoring. So my only concern was if that had actually worked and it was a real long shot, but all of a sudden we would have had to dump
That would have
central.
been fucking crazy.
Yeah, we would have had to dump central really fast because there's no. Okay, what the hell?
Oh,
Oh, they are going to take Israel. Okay, I still
yeah,
think we
but
dump
we
the
need
scoring then, right? Or do you
Yeah,
want to
dump,
take?
dump the scoring. No, no, dump the scoring.
that would
Dump the scoring.
dump it now.
Yeah, yeah. We can't take a risk. Okay, okay, good. Um, okay. They should coup us here. Well, no, maybe
DEFCON's
not.
still four.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DEFCON's up four. Actually,
weird, weird high DEFCON things. Oh, that's why they played that so quickly.
oh, okay.
Okay.
And they got a shitty roll. We do need mill ups. I don't mind
I say
DEFCON being at
just
four.
UN puppet coup it back.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way. If we get lucky, it's
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's good, right? So UN puppet, and then
yeah, back.
high DEFCON benefits us, and we do a shitty roll too. Um, okay, so we're both the same mill up shop. We got to drop central next, I think.
I probably, yeah,
Yeah, because we it ain't getting any better, and we're getting pretty late in the turn.
agreed.
But I'm hoping. I think your intuition is right, Max. I think we're due 8 VPs, and they got to pay the butcher at some point.
Our one downside is if they have Ask Not or get Ask Not in South America, that would be killer. But otherwise,
That would really
Yeah, that might swing the game over
put
to
us on
them
the back
actually,
burner.
because yeah, yeah. But I like the fact that we're overprotected everywhere here. We've sort of got brush war protection, which actually reminds me, why didn't they grab brush? Because Hunter, you're right. What under salt was such a weak play. Brush would have been.
I assume it's because they just invented 5-year plan. Or sorry, thought power.
Star Power.
Oh, because they would have lost the two. I would have taken that two
So
VP
that
hit.
that Camp David play was like so that they could free up AI.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
It wasn't
totally.
a Sadat thing. So like I think us putting the one in there was definitely the right play.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's just that when we did that, I think we signaled to them, and that's when they kind of said, "Okay, we're going to drop U.S. Japan then." And
I mean, if they have 4 ops and they're putting it into Israel right now
Israel.
instead of somewhere else, like that's good. I
yeah,
mean, it's not could have snuck off an extra VP.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
We're gonna drop the scoring here then.
Or do we want to drop? Because we got the coup. Do you want to take the chance and then just drop the scoring on the last one?
Oh, like Brezhnev coup Mexico.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, what do you want to do? I was gonna hold Brezhnev, but I think it's more useful right now as a coup card. So it's either would be Mexico, and then we might get lucky. Let's see what that looks like. It's probably only
6.
about, yeah. But if it
Mm.
gets him down to 0, that's actually useful to us too, right?
Yeah. What's Angola?
Angola will be at 5, it's basically the same thing. We need a 6.
6. Yeah.
Except we're holding this scoring, so this one to me Mexico feels a little
I mean,
bit more.
I'm fine with it. Like holding it's also good, but I'm good either way. Like there's a lot of shit blue coming, but
There is. I would have loved to hold it, but this is an opportunity in some ways. 5 or a 6 changes things pretty significantly, guys. Go for it.
Mm.
they're
Can you go back? Okay,
sure.
sorry. Let me
Oh,
just
no.
think for a second. So
We
it's
definitely need the
down.
mill ops, right? I don't want to give him
We
another
need
VP for nothing.
That's going to happen to Africa. So they just need to coup one of those non-battlegrounds, and then they get
They get
domination.
Dom. Yeah. But we can't
But
stop
either
that.
way, yeah, we can't stop that, and we're holding Central America. So I mean, I guess you're right. Yeah.
This is the higher variance play, but let's see what we get. Eh, not bad. If they were
No, I
holding
mean,
if they're holding South America, they'll have to dump it now, right? Like you don't want to wait till the last AR. And we might get off Central if they don't refill that. It's
Yeah,
too,
it forces them to have to fill it instead of doing something in Africa, I guess.
yeah. I mean, if they coup Cameroon, we dump it for 2. It's better than what I thought I was going to get out of it.
Yeah.
I just don't like holding Summit through, but
yeah.
that Summit coup was not going to work at all. So. Oh, we are going to get it for. Okay, so they'll get, and I have to play this.
Okay,
Okay,
well, CPP.
not bad, but we are in trouble in Africa now. Though we will have a nice coup target with Nigeria. We might be able to get it so they only score it for a few.
I mean, it's possible we could get Che to headline.
True,
Mhm.
that would be great.
I mean, right now our goal is to get this to final scoring, right? Like they have 30 minutes and it's turn 5. Like
Yeah,
right now the
absolutely.
goal is final scoring.
Yeah, the clock is totally on our side here. So that's why I'm kind of just like, if we can figure out our plays ahead of time and just keep going like your clock, because for whatever reason they are taking forever to kind of make what I think of as routine decisions. We never got around to the extras here. Um, so,
Again, we haven't been op rich.
yeah, I know. But Brad, if you can keep reminding us that we did make a commitment to kind of Poland and India at some point.
Yes,
So we
yes.
still have Colonial and Grain, Usuri, Bear Trap, OAS, Kennedy, Pope.
Oh, shit.
Yikes.
Yeah.
We still have we seen Olympic? I think we have, right?
Oh, they're using the Pope for.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I would have taken. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The Pope had
Do you
value
check if
for them.
Olympics in the discard?
Um,
No.
I don't think it's there.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Need ops.
We got Che.
Oh,
We got OPEC. We got ABM.
OPEC 4 points. Che. ABM.
Is Missile Envy still out there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we have Bear Trap, the Canal, I think. Surrey.
I'm gonna argue.
They're going to
We
use
picked up
missile right now.
OPEC, ABM,
I wanna.
Muslim.
So we know
Okay.
roughly what their hand is, with a few option things.
Uh,
Because there's
Not
probably
yet.
like.
so
Oh no,
their
there's a few left
headlines
in the
look
draft.
like Colonial Grain, Missile, Kennedy. Africa is also a very possible headline, which is why I'm leaning towards Che.
What about ABM though? Well, ABM wouldn't fix it entirely. So Che would
I
fix
think
Africa
Che's, yeah, I think Che's better.
and would get them presence lists in South America. Yeah, you've convinced me.
Yeah,
Go.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, ingrained. They're gonna
Okay.
steal the coup. That's fine. Okay, so the first one over here.
Yeah. Same
Mm,
thing.
oh, okay.
Yep, and the
It
second
makes no
one
difference
over
because
here.
yeah.
Yep, that was
Okay.
easy.
Oh,
Ooh,
Interesting dilemma for them.
they might want a coup. They might want to.
If they event it, I think we
Uh,
drop Usuri, right? Because Alliance is worth nothing to them.
they'll
yeah.
event it because they still get the coup, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's true
Doesn't that make
actually.
sense to
I would,
event it?
if I was them, I'd event it, but they also have to realize there is a reasonable amount of bad blue cards out there, so they're
So
not
if
gonna.
True.
we could flip Nigeria with Muslim and ABM Angola, we're back in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Oh shit. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
I need the
Okay,
ABM
well
now.
now we have to
I think it's ABM,
flip.
right?
No, I think
Flip one of them
I,
first.
I think we flip one first so that
So then I would
they don't.
say, do you want to use Alliance or do you want to use Muslim? I'm kind of leaning towards Alliance because it's got zero
I want
value
to use Muslim. Yeah, but I want to use Muslim to make sure that we get it.
and hold it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Okay, okay, I'm fine with that. Which one do you want?
it's Nigeria, Zaire. I don't know. Because I mean, we'll probably ABM the other, right?
We're gonna
Yeah.
ABM the other. The only reason why I'm leaning towards Zaire is because then
Or
it's
Zimbabwe.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, good.
Hmm.
And it's block Stom, so
Blockstom.
that says they might be Canadaing South America.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they
And
Kennedy
long
South
gun.
America, oh, I'm gonna be so upset because our odds of winning then go down quite a bit.
Our whole game is
Yeah,
predicated on South America scoring right now.
Yeah.
to balance out this game. Yeah, I mean, OPEC's four.
OPEC's
Like
four.
that's still
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
OPEC's four.
And I want it back in the deck again. So yeah, we want to event that. Alliance is worth zero to them, so I want to definitely use that. If they do something weird, I'd
Yeah,
actually say,
we should use.
Yes.
I mean, we could Alliance
Is,
Nigeria.
so, can you check if NTB's in the discard? I don't think so. I just want to confirm it. No. Okay, so that
NTB.
means there's Arms Race, NTB, EEU, Kennedy, Warsaw's threes.
Yeah. So they went for the coup
So,
here instead of eventing it. So sorry, Max, go ahead.
which might mean that they don't have a good three, so it might lead to them playing China if we use AFP into Nigeria. Yeah,
I would
I
like to have
mean,
China.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think you're right.
And we'll just ABM it afterwards anyway. It's
And
more
then we
kind of
If they
exactly.
flip it,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a sucker play in some ways,
It's
but
goading them in. Yeah.
because honestly, the fact that they went for
'Cause
the
if
coup,
not, why not? Why not event Bear Trap and then coup with EEU or Arms Race?
yeah, exactly. Yep, they're using
Oh.
China. You predicted it. And they're okay, they're setting it up so you they're gonna get Dom no matter what.
One,
Um,
2, 5, 6. No, if we ABM, it's oh no, it's 5-4. Yeah.
it'll be 5-4. It still takes away. I mean, I still think it's the right play, unless somebody
It's
has a better
2.
idea.
No, I mean it's still 2 VP.
It's still 2 VP, right? So let's go.
Still 2 VP.
And it's gonna work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Barely. God, what a time to roll a
Oh,
one. Um, yeah, so
They probably score, we score OPEC.
yeah, so that'll balance it out. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, let's get OPEC out.
Good. That
I
might
would
be our
say
final.
Alliance.
to
Alliance gonna be
India.
And
India,
And
Poland, Nigeria to 2.
yes, yeah, I think all those three. Either that or Poland, a bonus one. I'm good either way. And they're gonna event it.
no.
There it is.
Fuck. Oh,
South America, Fidel, Allende,
Oh
LG.
my god.
Diesel,
Oh my God.
Oh my
Squad.
god.
Do you,
Gunman, Diesel, Allende,
here, I'll click on the thing.
Fidel,
Yeah.
South America,
Oh my
Africa,
god.
squads. Amazing.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
Brutal.
Um, okay. AVP. Let's use this just for the fixes. I want them back on the clock. So India,
Yeah.
Poland. I would actually.
Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria or another in Poland. Which one?
C
Which way do you want to go?
CRG's around.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's the deciding factor then. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Kennedy or hell, yeah. Yeah, that was a game-changing dump they managed to do there. Because Lone Gunman, I guess this explains why they were willing to play China. Because we should have suspected they had LG. I think Brad, you brought that up earlier that we hadn't seen it yet. It's still going to be in the deck on the so they could get as a redraw. Okay. Um,
Space. What if we just play Summit? What if we just coup Zimbabwe? Like, get the Dom off the board?
with Summit,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. We don't have a better use for it, right? Oh, and we got good. Good. Dom off the
Like,
board is always
just
good.
get the Dom off the board. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the next round, just to kind of let's keep ourselves moving quickly. Oh, we're gonna play all through the cards. Usuri's got to go to space, right? I don't want to give him that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So we should space next.
yeah, we're still owed a VP. We space has just been shitty for us, but
Yeah.
and then when we do Panama, I was just gonna say reinforce Venezuela just to kind of hold our Dom there since we potentially could come back to us or
We
hold our
can't
control.
break. Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else on the board, like it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. Okay, so they've got 25 minutes for they get war games, but
Returns.
yeah.
If South America scores there, it's a pretty even board, right? Like South America and Europe,
Oh, absolutely. And
Middle
we would have had a
East.
VP lead. War games would be out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, if we get
No,
Asknot,
no decall, no destall,
yeah,
no libs, like no access the whole game. It's crazy also. Yeah.
yeah. I
Che,
mean,
Muslim.
they're not going to be able to get Dom in Asia because we have too many battlegrounds. We made Africa kind of a tough one. They're solid in Europe. We're solid here. Central's kind of up for grabs. I think,
If Fidel were to come back.
yeah,
Like
it,
the board is insanely close. We just needed South America to score.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, exactly. South America scored. We're one ahead. I'd be like, I feel pretty good. Now it's going to be DEF CON or they'll run the clock out.
Makes sense.
Okay. Usuri to space.
Space, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get our VP. There we go. Finally.
Maybe Panama's coup Saharan, just kind of keep like trying to just rack up countries in Africa. Protects Nigeria.
Willie goes to space.
Oh well, he goes to
Shit.
space. They get it.
Back to double digits. Um, so a coup in Africa would get us back to neutral. So we'll just be a little bit weak here in Venezuela, but we could
Uh,
realign them.
Good for real line. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
OAS is going to come out, just to be mindful of that. But yeah, we can hopefully realign.
So which coup do you want to do here?
Saharan gives us access to Algeria, protects Nigeria.
Yep. Yep. Cool. And then they get their ones all the way along. Okay. Good. And yeah, everybody's good there. Let's see how this last draw goes.
Maybe we
DEFCON.
redraw South America T7.
That would be a miracle, right? Um, yeah. Yeah, if we redraw that or OPEC again for 4. OPEC's actually worth more than most regions to us right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty.
And if we get the coup off next turn, we could flip. Like Algeria might actually be the better target just because at 5 it's hard.
Angola. Yeah. I mean, even just chipping away at Angola is like long-term use.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get a 4, I might say let's go for Angola because we might be able to flip
Yeah,
them.
like if we have NTB.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got to get one more region kind of in our favor and then have the scorings land the right way and we can erase that lead. But man,
And
that
that
astronaut,
Kennedy was so bad.
I know. It's a good game though. I mean, they've played pretty well. I think we've done good things. It's one of these ones where I'm going to be like we did ourselves proud, I think overall. We just didn't get the D cards and we didn't get, the right
Yeah,
scorings.
I mean, we didn't get access, which is crazy, and like we still have done
Mhm.
pretty well, all things considered. I mean, we've got lucky with like their brush war failing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but like even then, we did have Junta in our back pocket. Like we were prepared for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like
OAS,
okay,
okay. So I
new
would probably go.
Panama.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. Okay.
That's what I would do.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna hold for a sec because it will.
Yeah. So we have
Okay, one small step
subs,
is useful. Subs Olympic.
CRG, one small step, and Olympic, which
Okay.
means they have Sadat, NTB, missile arms race in Warsaw.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
They got Warsaw. Shit. Okay. But we got SOC.
That's good. Squads.
So thoughts on the headline here, guys.
AI.
So I'd like to hold SOC Govs for the coup if we get it, because it's our only 3. Let's see, what will... Ooh, one small step will actually put us right back in the
Right up
space
with them.
race.
So I mean, they might use missile envy, which gives them soft goes, which is not great. Or we could give up our only 3 so that missile envy picks up like one small step.
Or Olympic, right? Were you
Olympics
wanting...
still 2 VP.
Yeah, that's right. Or what about Latin American Death Squads?
Yeah, we could give squads probably.
Yeah, I think I'd give them lads instead. You're right. So if we do, so they're probably going to headline missile based on what we've heard. So SOC Govs, I mean, where would you
Hmm.
want to hit them?
West Germany, one Italy in case we pick up reformer.
Yeah,
Yep.
you want to go that
It
way?
also sucks we're giving up our only 3, but the I also giving them sock govs here is not good.
No,
We
no, I
can't get.
agree with you. Yeah, now that I realize, yeah, let's go with SOC Govs because they're going to do Miss Envy. Yeah, I would have done the same play.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so SOC Govs is going to be 2 Germany, 1 Italy, or 1 France? I think Italy,
I'd
right?
say Italy because it's better for
Yeah.
reform. It's easier for us to flip with reformer.
Yep. And then,
So we give squads and we take Panama then?
so DEFCON's at 3, right? So do we want to
Yeah.
give them the chance to? We're tenuous in Africa. I'd say, I mean, we got to use Missile Envy clearly. I'd say let's go for a coup, but if we're gonna go for a
But
coup,
it's we can't
It's
give
just a
squad. It's a
one.
one-off coup with squads, right?
oh
I
shit,
think we
you're
just
right.
yeah.
That's why I was like, if we give one small step, I'd be more open to it. It's a 50-50.
What about shit? Well, we give them one small step, it's worthless to them, right? So let's see here.
Yeah.
So let's just do this again. I don't want to eat up the whole clock. So we're doing okay, right? Okay, so which one small step's worthless because they're ahead, but it means we don't even up on the space race. What if we give them Arab Israeli, but they can do a coup with that, right? Because it's our card.
Well, if we
Yeah.
give them one small step, they nothing happens. Is that right?
Nothing happens, yeah,
Yes.
because they're ahead. So it's a burned
But they
point.
don't get a coup either.
Yeah, that's right, because it's the event that
Okay.
happens. So let's see how this goes. So this will just go to the side. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
wait. Pause.
Okay.
If we give them squads, we use Missile Envy to take Panama, they coup, we likely can score Middle East. If we don't, they probably event Sadat right here.
Oh
But
yeah.
if they coup, they also get arms race. So I like this more. I like this more.
Okay. I think this is the right way to go now. But thanks for
Yeah.
catching that. So I think Missile Envy now, you just want to
Now we
take.
could just coup Panama, go for the 50-50.
Yeah.
Or if we fail, we get Middle East off. So we do get a
Yes.
consolation prize.
And they don't get arms race 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if we roll a 6, that's great.
a little better.
Actually, even a 5, even a 4.
Yeah, fourth. 50-50.
I said roll a 6 and we
Oh,
rolled a 6. If only I had
Yeah,
that
the
power.
problem here is we get Middle East, but
It's only going to be for 3, right? Yeah. And they could block
yeah,
it but they don't know we have it.
yeah, it's like it might also not be like their highest priority with West Germany.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh right.
Um, so that was a good call. Thanks,
But
guys.
Warsaw's gone forever.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
damn them.
they,
Um,
I mean, it clicked.
hmm.
I mean, we knew it was coming, right? We knew it was
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. Thoughts? I'm somewhat tempted to drop it because we don't have easy access to Saudi, and even if we did, it would take us 2 turns to take it.
Yeah,
Unless we
I'm
use China, and I'm not that crazy right now.
because they have ops. So we could go like Olympic West Germany to like lure out some ops.
Hmm.
Like we could try and lure out ops and then like attack with China, but was that I think that's our only choice. But I mean, there's not much else to do, right?
It's
It's like we could use AI, go to West Germany, maybe they dump NTB in there, right? And we could put
Yeah.
Olympic
I
game
yeah.
into Japan, and then maybe they dump arms race, and then we could actually use China.
okay. Let's. I like that. So place influence and basically push on Germany, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. I like it. It's at least a battleground, and it's something we created a threat for on our headline, so they can't just ignore it.
There's not much else we could do right now, is the thing, right? So you might as well try and blur out their ops while we try and um minimize it so that we could try and attack Middle East.
Yeah. So the other thing we could do right now, Middle East is 4-3. If we want, we could play into Syria and kind of force them to fill Saudi.
Oh yeah.
But that gives them Dom and another battleground.
I know. So it's not a smart move unless. Hmm.
What about two in Burma?
But just Dom?
Yes.
Subtle was unknown.
Oh, that was interesting. Um. Um. Huh. Thoughts on. So that would give us Dom, right? Yeah, because we're 5-5. So we could continue to push this idle threat here, or we could.
What?
I say either
Why?
two and
Why did? Why?
or
Why
two
did they
and
coup that?
The only thing I can think of is God help them, they redrew South America,
they must
Did
have
they
because they
coup
would have
that?
cooed Africa. Why would they have ever cooed South America?
especially with a three-op. That's a rather strong coup to do.
That's a strong coup to like brush, like trying to brush Venezuela,
Or Panama
Or
or
Panama. I mean, I wouldn't
Panama.
counter coup on that one because they've got a four there. Our chances are
They,
actually.
but they're arms race, arms race, arms race, arms
oh
race.
Oh,
right.
so in
Arms
that
race,
case, I
yeah.
would say. So here's going to be my proposal: lads for the coup, and just drop a coup in Africa just to kind of deny them that.
Yes.
Which one
Mm,
do you want to coup, or do
I
you want?
mean, it's a four in Colombia, but yeah, maybe Africa's better long term. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, long term, because
Yeah,
we'll go to 7 to 4.
it
It's
stops.
actually
It'll lock out their dom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So any preference of these two?
Same thing. Did it? Sure. Yeah.
Yep. And if there's no preference, I'm just going to go for the. Okay, they're
Yeah.
down to 20 minutes. They still got a good clock on. Okay, and now they're Africa. They're 4. We're 6. That's good to be in. And their chance of getting off arms race is slim. Okay, they're gonna fix.
Yeah.
They're gonna jam.
Oh,
Oh, they did.
Hey,
They must
they
have
have to
yeah,
redrawn.
have it.
dump China in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Dump
we got
China in.
to.
I think the whole thing.
All of it.
Overprotect it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Overprotect.
Okay. We might be back in the game if they redrew south. Like that puts them to a two
Yeah.
VP lead. I mean, unfortunately, we're gonna give up
Middle East.
Middle East, but of the
Yeah.
two, I'd rather take the 8 VP, and we did. They did redraw.
Oh,
Son of a
Yeah.
gun.
Okay.
Um, thoughts on? Do we want to fight now for Middle East, or do you? What are your thoughts here?
We still have
mm,
arms race. So we could do a double poke and then drop it.
A double poke is in. What do
Oh,
you think?
we'd have to space CRG. Oh, cause we play China.
We played China.
Um,
Yeah, we don't.
I think we just give Middle East.
I think we give Middle East too. Because I'd rather fight in other
Yeah.
places now because we're this is a tight game all of a sudden.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think we should get into Burma? Well, the pressure on them.
So Burma's a
Yeah.
possibility.
Burma, West Germany.
West Germany.
Burma, West Germany are the
S-
two that are like I'm thinking about.
Okay, so we're still ahead on Mill.
Botswana is also, if we get a big coup on Angola, Botswana is also great.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, they're gonna coup in Africa. Yep.
We really want the 3 arms race points, so we have to coup again.
Yeah, you're right. I think Olympics,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna
Counter
reverse
coup
that
it.
coup, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and a good roll. Good. I actually want to just keep 19 minutes for 3, 8, 9, 10. They're in a bit of trouble. Okay, CRG to space.
Facing
I
CRG.
think, yeah.
Yep.
CRG.
Good. Okay, we're good there.
Okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. We need to dodge Europe and we need to get another region or two. But I mean, this could be worse.
This could be worse. I mean,
Could be
I'd
worse.
still say let's fight for West Germany because,
I think so too. Yeah.
and I'd say
Yeah. I mean,
over Burma just because we might be able to. Okay, they're gonna use it for influence. Let's see what they do. I would,
Germany.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah,
complete sense.
We can still fight for it.
yeah, we still can. Oh, we
Oh.
finally got the
But that was
F and D cards. Okay. Um. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay,
That's
guys.
interesting.
This is actually pretty good. Like, there's a
This-
couple of
Okay.
events here that are useful. Marine barracks will hurt them a little bit. What's the headline though? Do you want
And
to
we
go?
have AWACS, so we know Muslim Rev is safe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Play Muslim Rev first, or if we want to. I mean, it's already scored, so I'm kind of less concerned. But for final scoring, that could be useful. But for
I think we need Middle East Dom. for final.
Yeah, yeah, no, agreed.
I
But
think decal's the obvious headline
I
here.
think decal's the
Yeah.
obvious headline, right? Like,
Oh,
let's
wait,
just,
Yeah,
they can see it.
I mean,
Is defectors out?
yeah, it's
no,
in
but
there, but
I
like
still think
the
it's the
de
obvious headline, right? Like, I'm
Okay.
okay with that
Yes.
because we have a bunch of others that are actually useful just as,
Yes.
yeah, we have a lot going on,
yeah,
and decal can break Algeria, break South Africa, take Vietnam, break Laos, break Indonesia, like put
yeah,
us
yeah,
ahead in Asia.
yeah, yeah. And they did have defectors, damn them, but it's still,
Okay,
I still think that was the right thing to do.
I still
Okay,
think it's the right thing also.
okay.
Um, I
I'm
so
gonna
I'm leaning toward.
go ahead.
Yeah, you're hovering, and I don't like that.
Ooh, Angola?
I'm gonna say so. Muslim has tremendous value for flipping Middle East back, and if it hadn't scored, I'd say absolutely. But Africa hasn't scored yet, and it's our only four. If we weren't going to use a four, then it's got to be AWACS, but AWACS invalidates Muslim, right?
No, because we have UN and we space subs.
Hmm. Right.
So let's just look and see what this looks like, right? If we went there, it's only 50%.
50-50.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughts on what
I
I'm
don't
open
know.
to it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm. Or we can. Ooh, Algeria. So the options are Mexico, Algeria, and
Actually,
Egypt.
yeah, Algeria might be a better.
Oh, they're both 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both 50, but I mean, with a one in there, they have
Yeah, I mean,
China. I
because I
mean,
guess a one in Angola is flippable though, so Algeria might be better, but Angola would be better long term from being able to like.
true, true. But I'm thinking now, just with with that Saharan role, Algeria is actually a safer bet for holding it because
Right, but so my counter argument is if we miss the roll, Algeria they repair. If we knock down Angola, we still might get it eventually.
Like next turn, we can coup it again.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, it's true. Um,
Okay. Diesel also lets us get into Saudi, so
true, true.
Oh, yeah.
okay, fine. Like I don't love it, but okay. Okay.
We're only gonna get one coup, and I think you got to take your best shot at it, right? So
Okay. I don't like it, but okay.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, very close, right? And we've taken it down to the point at which we could just
we can coup it
we can
later.
coup it or we can take it outright if they don't fix. I mean, damn, this is
Oh,
gonna be
diesel also gets us into Cuba.
exactly. So let's plan out the
Yeah.
D-stall play because that may be the next thing we do. Okay, Ortega, I'm just gonna take the coup on.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
We're going to walk into Cuba now.
We're gonna walk into Cuba. I think they have to repair Algeria first.
or Angola,
Or
right?
Right.
Angola.
Yeah,
They're not going to
Yeah.
know we have D-stall, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Southeast Asian scoring.
Yeah.
Okay, diesel right now.
Yep.
One into
I was
Mexico,
about
one
to
into
So
say
where are we gonna pull
Vietnam.
from? I'm gonna say one from.
Finland, Czech
Sorry, say call out. What? Maybe one from
Republic.
Panama.
Um,
Saharan states.
or
Sure,
yeah, we could do
Saharan.
one from Panama.
And then
Oh,
where's the
And
last
we
one?
have all these
um,
like there's Austria, there's Yugoslavia, like those are
We're
all
not gonna fill
nothing.
all of them. Maybe Austria. It's gonna be the hardest one to fill.
mhm.
We're not filling Yugoslavia either.
Yeah,
So I think we should have taken.
do you want me to reverse it?
Yeah, let's take out Yugoslavia now, Austria, Finland,
Okay.
and then one Saharan states maybe.
Okay, so Yugo, Austria.
Yeah,
Yep. eh,
Finland,
Finland. Yep. And then Saharan.
and then the one Saharan states. I think
Yeah.
Panama at 4 is good.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
got value. Okay, so
okay, Saudi
yep. How many?
one
Just
for
for
now. I think two Cuba after seeing that,
yep.
Mhm.
I'm with you there.
and then
Vietnam.
Vietnam. I
Just
kind of
in
like
case it's
Vietnam. Yeah,
Southeast Asia, because they did
yeah,
fill.
yeah,
I'm kind of tempted, right?
yeah. I like it.
Okay, let's go with that. I want the clock back on them, but I like that.
Yeah.
We've got enough ops to get central Dom. So what are we going to UN?
AWACS, right?
AWACS, and then shoot nuke subs to
Base
space.
subs.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to move that down there. Yep. Because yeah, Africa's a little bit too fragile right now.
And if they didn't have defectors there and we got decall off,
Yeah, I'm bummed, but at the same time, I was like, you got to kind of, because their chance of having defectors was not high.
so low. Yeah, it was so low. Like I'm not, I 100%, I would do that 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah. And you also force them, if they had a better headline, you sort of still force them to kind of go, oh shit, we have to defector that. And I've been in that position once or twice where I was like, I would have preferred to headline something else, but I can't let them get away with it.
Yeah.
If they fill Burma, yeah, they redrew southeast. I don't know if there's anything we can do about it, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think it's
I
worth
don't think
fighting.
so. Um, you could space here
Nuke
if we have to
subs.
do it. Yeah.
I think it's not a bad thing to do. I want to keep close to them. I just don't have any other priority right now. I mean, we could.
Or we do AWACS, Cuba,
Well,
Nicaragua, Haiti, but like they need a coup still. But I guess like actually maybe that is better because they've played Ortega.
yeah, I think we need to fill Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go UN. Let's no
Oh,
look UN
Oh,
yeah,
UN
yeah.
UN.
Sorry. Yeah,
UN.
yeah, yep. Okay, so
Right?
UN.
Because
Yep. And
I
then
mean I
go.
guess we could let them get ahead in Saudi, but I think that's not I think
Is
that
is
really
this
hurt
what you were
the
thinking?
final
Just to
score
make
of the
sure.
event.
And then the last
Yeah,
one's.
Haiti and oh no, I was thinking Haiti and Nicaragua.
Oh, I was thinking Saudi just to kind of keep fighting for it.
I think they're gonna move their attention to Central once we do
True,
this.
true. Yeah, sorry. Yep, yep.
So we have three good coup cards. Willie could be an event for a VP.
Yep.
Marine Barracks could be an event if, like, depending on how things go after they score.
So what's our going to be our. Oh, we're not going to have a hold card because we played UN. Yep. We're playing these all.
Yeah.
Yep. Puppet governments. Okay.
Hmm.
I would flood part of, yeah, Central. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I
What about
Um,
two and we want to distract them with Central America or fill Saudi Arabia or West Germany?
I'm kind of the opinion Europe hasn't scored yet, so I'd prefer to fight in a battleground.
should we just event Willie for a VP?
I'd
That's what
rather.
I was thinking.
So we could event Willie. I was actually going to say let's put ops in there, and then if they put counter ops, then we can event Willie because it may actually break it again.
Sure.
So it's a little bit more valuable if we do it that way.
Or they haven't cooed yet, so yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
we're not going to event Marine Barracks, are we? Or what are your thoughts?
Probably not.
Okay.
No.
So then I'd say let's go this. Good?
Yeah.
It forces them. I mean, they can't keep ignoring that we're pushing in Europe. Back of my head too is if we get West Germany and we hold Poland, East Germany's actually at
There's a
risk.
path.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a path.
Asia. Okay, we
Oh,
should get 2 out of that.
Okay.
3. Okay. Oh, that explains why they were doing all that. Okay. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Space then? Like we have to
We
space?
have to space.
Yes.
Let's do it. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
This is a nail biter.
Especially if we flip Angola.
Yeah. Angola for the coup next turn gives us Africa Dom. Clear Africa Dom,
That,
actually.
that's why I really like that Angola coup instead
Yeah.
of Algeria. Okay, and we have we counter coup.
Yeah. So you want to counter coup with how I learned?
Yeah, do we go elsewhere? I
I
mean,
would go elsewhere. With a
but if
full.
they get another big coup on Nicaragua,
Yeah, then
then we're
that's bad.
fucked.
We are.
Yeah.
It's true. So let's see what the odds are here. Yeah, it's
I
only
think
50-50
I
thoughts?
I I like Haiti more, if I'm being honest, because
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I would go for Nicaragua if I was them. Willie,
yeah,
we'll have to decide what we do with Dear Willie.
VP is good. West Germany, just two in West Germany is good right now.
Yeah, so what I would say is,
Nicaragua counter coup is good.
yeah. I mean,
Che in the discard, or did it get? I think it's back in the draw pile.
I think it's back in the draw.
It's
Yeah,
back
there
in.
Yeah.
yeah, there isn't that much in the
Okay.
discard actually right now. Just because we're getting close to final scoring, I would say event Willie because it gives us the benefit of still pushing West Germany and we get another VP out of it.
Yeah, VPs are good. Unless they coup Nicaragua and it's like a one or a two.
Yeah. Oh, God damn
Oh,
it.
Oh,
Warsaw would have been a.
well,
Oh,
we know they've been carrying that for a while.
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Um, I think
truly
actually
was.
Willie event
Eventually,
is
Oh
even more
yeah,
yeah,
important now because war games. So
yeah.
yeah,
Get us a little bit of war games turn.
yeah. Okay. Is there any way we can fish for salt already
No,
been
salt's
played?
gone.
Yeah.
Worthless.
Okay.
Gonzo.
They're gonna coup
Yeah.
Nicaragua.
One. Got it fail.
Oh, we
Oh,
held.
Okay.
We
We
are
held.
follow
we
through.
are getting some luck occasionally. Let's see how T9 looks.
Take that. Take that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
So for the headline, I'm kind of leaning Yuri, but you could argue
Yeah.
for terrorism, but that could also get played later on. Yuri has a lot of value as the headline because we do need
Yes.
I want to get
yeah,
VPs out
we
of it.
want VP. Yeah, I like Yuri. I think Yuri's very
And they're going to
reasonable.
see it, right? Yeah. But that's fine. Yuri?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. That'll give us some
Okay, if
Vs.
we get the coup here,
Yeah, what's going to be the coup card?
Glassnut or Japan on Angola, because it's a
Yeah.
100% we need to
Mhm.
take it.
I'm voting for Glasnost, even though Asia's scored, just because I don't want to. Well, it's a good
We're
question.
spacing VOA probably.
Yeah, we're definitely spacing
Yeah.
VOA. Um, I think we're
And
eventing
yeah, let's go
terrorism.
Glassnut. Is Japan could be like an event Japan jam it type thing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not going to get control of Asia or Dom, sorry, but wouldn't rule it out entirely either.
Or instead of jamming.
Oh, damn them!
What the heck?
Because they're gonna, if they're
Uh,
smart, they're gonna take a coup in
coup.
Africa. Oh, okay, they got a weak one off. Good.
Okay, well we could coup Angola and realign
Oh,
that.
and then realign.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the coup
Okay,
card is going
Glassnut
to
coup
be
Angola.
which one do you want to go with again?
Glassnut coup. Yeah.
Glasnost?
Yep.
Yep. And the coup Angola. Yep.
Yes.
Guaranteed. Oh, sweet. Okay.
Right.
That's going to be a hard real because each time they coup, we get a VP. This is going to be hard for them to kind of get out of, right?
Oh, right.
Yep.
What are we going to use for the realign card?
Summit. I mean, Summit right now seems.
Oh. Okay, we're going to get two out of it. Where are they going
Come
to hit us?
on. Is with these
Angola.
Okay,
cards
good.
that they're
Yeah.
Oh my God, we see.
Okay.
Oh my.
Realign
man.
card.
Summit. Summit seems reasonable.
It should work, right?
Yeah, the +2.
Yeah. Yep. There we go.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, this is a real nail biter.
Oh my
Thoughts on
God.
eventing? So, what are we going to take it with? R-Man? I think we kind of have to play R-Man, right? Because voice has to go
Yeah,
to
our man's
space.
getting played.
I'd rather learn early what cards are going to get dumped is kind of my feeling, thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'll event it, see what cards they dump, and then we take Zaire, and then we score Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking like one Zaire, one Saudi.
Yes. We need to get into Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Or Saudi, or Europe, right? Or West Germany, thoughts?
We still don't stop control in Europe. I think we could at least stop
I think
controlling.
Saudi, like, yeah, we stopped the Dom in Middle East.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
I just
sorry,
like
not
keeping the threat up on in West Germany though. So I'm gonna keep arguing to put stuff there, but let's see how it goes. Okay. Oh, okay. They're
Ooh, Panama realigns.
yeah.
Mm,
Thoughts on that? I don't think we can actually. I think that's a distraction right now, to be honest, given what we need to
mhm.
do.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
they'll have to.
We
They'll
have,
realign
yeah,
for. Okay, so Arman and Tehran event.
Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what they dump. There's not a lot of good scorings out there that are going to hurt us, so it may just be cards. But if they get rid of LG, I'm gonna again cry. But there's
Well,
not.
the problem right now is that they get like more chance of picking up Europe by dumping more cards. Like they
Oh
should dump
shit.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They actually got rid of one card I really wanted. Okay, so now place influence, one
Mhm.
and one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so with Africa, that'll be a four. That gives us the lead. Shit, this is
If we're
so
gonna
close.
terrorism, we also have terrorism now.
Do you want to event terrorism and then go Africa? From my
There's
thinking,
no chance that they could stop it.
Africa Dom? No,
If 7 countries, so they're three.
no, no, it's impossible, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they can't jam anything. Yeah, it's not gonna happen unless they coup for access to Zaire.
Or
Oh,
terrorism's our hold card.
okay.
Okay.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I mean,
I think we've got to fix South
Hope
America.
into
yeah. So I say Japan to Brazil. I think I could advocate for terrorism being our hold card.
I think so too.
yes,
Yeah. So I'm definitely
Like, what
to
if it's
Brazil.
Saudi and Poland? Because
Saudi
that
and
means we're
West
giving up the
Germany.
Pope.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Saudi, and we're giving up the Pope. I think you're right.
Yes.
And now we're giving up. So Asia is not worth fighting for anymore. But we'll get the two
Oh,
VPs out of it. Final scoring. Good.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. That's kind of the way I'm thinking. So they're going to get 6 or 7 out of Asia. If they fill West Germany, they'll get up to 7. But that's really their
They're gonna
only
get
strong. But they're going to get. Well, they get 2 out of Central.
two in Central America, but we have to protect Cuba now.
So we have to
Yeah.
protect Cuba. But
Just Pope might be the protect.
yeah, yeah,
You have to.
yeah. So let's see what they do. But oh, okay, that's interesting.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna
Four.
dump it Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Because if we could pick up terrorism and Aldrich and like
yeah, yeah,
really,
exactly.
or pick up hostage crisis turn 10, we could really make progress, right? So
Yeah. Um, I may keep putting things in the chat is the other thing because they got to read the chat and that may take a few seconds away from them. Okay, so they
space VOA.
Space VOA, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that'll also break headline peak. Oh well, too bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we didn't roll well on space, all
no,
things considered,
yeah,
but they
apologies
didn't
for
roll well on brush. That was a massive hand. Go back to that.
to their hand.
ABM, ABM brush, EU.
Yes.
They had all 3 power cards.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, and they
Wow.
didn't event EEU, which is well, I kind of get it because it would have only impacted Poland.
I
But
get it. Yeah.
and we'd over. But now I'm really happy we kept throwing ops in there every chance we got because oh
God.
The realigns on West Germany.
yeah, that's actually smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now realigns on Poland. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah.
If they pull Chernobyl, I think we just need to overprotect
Yeah, I think
Poland.
we put both Pope into Poland.
So we're gonna event, right?
Yeah.
And then we got
Yeah,
to
I
put
think we have
both
to
in
put
there.
both in.
Yeah. And
Yes.
we got to
Yeah.
pray that we don't lose on Europe.
Like Chernobyl. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think holding terrorism. Yeah. I think holding
Mhm.
terrorism in case
So
we get hostage crisis.
before we finalize this, I mean, we are putting ourselves a little bit more risk here, but it's not a huge difference from where we were before. It was 6 before and 0, and now it's 6-1. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
Terrorism probably has more value as on T10. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
but I could see the argument for like just playing terrorism and thoughts. It's kind of a crazy thing to
I
do
think,
right at the end, but it could.
yeah, I don't know.
So I just want to, before we commit to this, I just want to make sure we're all cool with it because I had half a mind to, because if you,
Do you think we could win on the board?
I think we can actually now, given the way the board's
8,
looking.
4, 12. So if
Who?
we think we could win on the board as is, we should have been terrorism because this is a big risk if they get Chernobyl.
Yeah, so let's just undo this for a sec because it doesn't change it hugely, but I'm just
No,
like
the big one is that it opens solidarity, right? So solidarity
exactly.
Oh,
Chernobyl and we
right.
lose.
Yeah, so
Right.
that
You're
and
Okay, event terrorism.
it's just kind of a crazy
yeah.
play, but you never know, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. If
Okay. Man,
okay, I mean,
who knows what else they had? I like creating pressure
yeah,
where there was none before because especially when they've got tight time, they may be like, we weren't planning to play that card. How are we going to play whatever?
Yeah.
yeah. 8, 4, 12 plus 2 is 6.
Okay. That I would have preferred to pull that,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay. You're in
Ooh,
Contra.
yeah. That's a good book.
Yeah, it's a good poking actually.
Good poke.
Okay, this is going to be the
We
critical
have to
thing.
dodge Europe, and we don't dodge
Oh
Europe.
my God.
But we have Aldrich.
We have grains. Oh no, we can still space it. Yeah. Oh, and OPEC and
Oh,
Purge.
OPEC. Oh shit, we're thoughts, guys. I mean, we're close to having a War Games win here, but we need an extra.
We
Oh
could take
right.
the tie.
1, 2, 3, 4. If we
We could take
fill
the tie.
Libya,
If we
Yeah,
fill,
we could
yeah, we could
take
take
the
the
tie.
tie. Yeah, true. We could event War
We
Games,
take
take
the
the
tie,
tie. Um,
which means we should start with gunmen.
yeah, just to see
yes.
what their hand is. Cool. Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Yes.
it's either Gunman or Aldrich,
Yeah,
right? Like, which one do you want to start with?
I think gunmen because we could
Gunmen
place
because
into
the
Libya.
ops. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, yeah, no, I see. And then we'll know what to do with Aldrich too. Got it?
Yeah,
Yes.
if
Yep.
like we absolutely have to.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
This is
The
because
crazy.
tie.
so I think a tie more or less guarantees a second.
So if we get the coup here,
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, for knockout stages. Yeah, so it would be a tie. So I think that means Belarus has to win their next 2 games, which means Poland would lose. Yeah. So if we get a tie here, we get first, we get at least second in the group.
okay, let's see what their hand is because I'm also with all. Well, they got China. Aldrich isn't going to put them in a horrible place. Um,
What invalidates OPEC? North Sea
North
oil?
Sea oil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they don't know our hand, but they're probably. We could also look at their hand and kind of determine like, hey, if purge makes sense, if we could put them in a horrible place, let's purge them as our next
Yes.
thing. Though purge would be great as a coup card here because we don't have a
Well,
lot of.
let's see if they have VP. Let's see if they have VPs.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is crazy. Where would we coup if we get the opportunity? I think it's
Might be Egypt if we,
Egypt?
depending on OPEC,
Yeah.
right?
Egypt
Like,
for the win.
Egypt potentially. If they're holding central, then I think well, no, we wouldn't coup there.
oh,
That would be tricky. It's only two
uh,
though. But if yeah, we can space grain, so we're okay there. Bear trap.
No.
Okay, that's
it's
not
not
good.
good.
Let's see what
It's
they
not good.
got.
Oh,
Ah,
Star
they
Wars.
have VP. They have VP.
With Cal, right?
So we have to. Well, no, Iron Lady is a VP,
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Either way, they can. Yeah,
and they have Star
and
Wars.
they have Star Wars. Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit, but we might be able to Aldrich.
We could Aldrich.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Continue.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to coup Libya here.
With a 1, right? Yeah, I think we have to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just hope.
Yep.
Mhm.
Good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
Dump
Dump
grain.
grain. Okay, that was nice. They're gonna take Libya in all likelihood. Can we jam them hard? What are your thoughts on this?
That's their VP though. Let, okay, let's event Aldrich right now because that was their one VP.
Okay. So play for the event. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
dump
We're gonna take Star Wars.
Star Wars, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So that was their only way of getting a VP. So if we take Gulf States
We're back to 4.
and score,
Yep.
My
but the problem
God.
is that they can poke.
They can poke, but I mean, they could, right?
We're
But
gonna run out of ops real quick.
yep. They're probably gonna try and reverse Fidel, right? By cooing Nicaragua.
Yes, this is it. We go for it here. Go for the tie.
Okay,
But
so
we don't. We're missing a VP, right? We need
One,
Gulf
two,
States,
three.
but
No,
then
we
they
need
could,
Gulf State. Yeah.
we're signaling
then
it.
they could jam China. Okay, can you go back to their hand with Aldrich, please?
Sure.
They because they have Cal.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they have a 4. The rest of it is pretty crap.
No, because we can't. Oh man,
They have
because we can't.
Solidarity.
They have Solidarity, which isn't active right now, so I'm glad we held the Pope.
Solidarity,
But
Cambridge.
so if we take Saudi, if we overprotect Saudi and Iran, they put Cal into Gulf States, and then we're out of ops. Then we're out of ops.
Right.
Shit. You're right.
What
Uh,
about we can put 3 into Gulf States now and 1 in Iran?
And then they poke Saudi.
so here's the counter.
Oops.
So suppose they keep poking, right? We're not going to get the. We're going to get the 3, so we'll be at +5. We'll lose Europe, which will be. They'll be ahead. If could we still win the game anyway? Because those +3 should combine with our short lead. I think we can still swing this. They're going to realign
Well,
us out. No,
well, the problem is they can double tap. Well, they have to play Debt Crisis now.
yeah, they have to play all their cards, right?
What if shoot,
And some of them
we
aren't going to
can't
be like, okay, so they played Fidel. They're going to play VR. That's not going to be. Yeah. I still think. So either we event it right now because we're going to get 3 out of it no matter what, and then we just start making trouble for them because we have enough
If they take
ops.
Cuba, we're fucked. If they take Cuba, we're fucked.
True, true.
yes.
But so
Well,
rather than going for the tie, I'd say let's.
No, because Europe's scoring, right? Like once we give them 6 there, it's even and we're behind,
yes.
I think.
So they'll get 7, so they'll be
7.
+5, but we'll get 3, so they'll be +2. And then at that point,
We
it's
need to
final scoring. So they're +2 going into final scoring. They'll get 7 +9. You're right. If they get this, that'll be the end of the game. But we can keep making I mean, I think we have the ops because of war games and purge to kind of create problems for them elsewhere that they're gonna have to deal with. Do you get what I mean? Like we could start jamming.
But
Like
we don't have any good things.
we need to coup Nicaragua or Haiti to protect Cuba or distract them with something else.
so, I do like protecting Cuba. So I
Or we
get that.
distract them. Yeah.
So
Or we
do
distract them with Gulf states.
So the only thing
So
about
we put
distracting with Gulf
3,
states is that it's just going to be a V. It is a VP, which is critical. If they ignore it, I mean, we tie
It's
the
a
game.
tie.
Yeah.
A tie.
So I totally get that. So here's one thought. Let's see what this looks like.
So if we put three in Gulf states, right? We put three in Gulf states. They poke back, and then we play OPEC, and we coup Nicaragua or Haiti and protect Cuba. If
Because
they don't, we
then at that point we're just like, actually no, then we put the last one in Poland because we have to give up the Pope. Or I guess the Pope could be our hold card.
Pope could be our hold card because we'll play Chernobyl last, right? Because we got
Yeah,
four after
so we don't
this.
have to give up Pope.
So I'm not too concerned about that. Um, I would say maybe set up for a realign down here, even though it's not going to be something we're probably going to pursue. I don't know
We
where
don't have
else.
the ARs to do it is the problem.
Yeah. Where else do you think? Where else could we use one? We could protect, I guess, one of our battlegrounds, but
what if you put
We could
one in Cuba and then
I'm
three
thinking
in Gulf,
Cuba, just make
just to
yeah.
make it harder.
or
Yeah,
put the
because
one in Cuba first and then put three in Gulf states?
Okay.
Not like, I mean, to play mind games.
yeah, yeah, why not? Having another one in Cuba is good if it goes to final, because that's the obvious break, right? It's a 3 VP break.
Yeah, but they're going to realign it out. But if they realign, then we play
If they realign,
OPEC.
we tie.
OPEC. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like this. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit of a go for it.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
why not?
Why not?
I think we have nothing to lose because I don't actually think we can win after the whole Europe scoring
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, you're right. Because I thought you're,
We had to get that Libya coup.
yeah, yeah, that had to work.
There's a 50-50 chance to save the game.
Oh my God. Yeah, if the Libya coup worked, that would have been it.
So if they poke us in one of the OPEC countries, I think we then coup Haiti or
I mean, it's a coup
something.
Nicaragua
Yeah,
or Haiti, yeah.
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 Because I want to protect. Uh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And we coup with war games. It's off the table.
yeah, yeah. So this is kind of the make or break play, right? Like this, if this one works, event OPEC, event war games, GG, we're taking the tie.
Yeah.
And they don't know our hand.
I mean, Gulf states could also be like we're just trying to get country count, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It could be.
It could
It
be.
could be.
That's what I was hoping, that they were thinking that we're just trying to now get up to 5 countries by filling Syria and Gulf state, but they probably think, why didn't they put it in Syria first?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, because I mean, Cuba is pretty important, but let's see. They're gonna,
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
oh my
Okay.
God, they did exactly what you said, man.
Yeah. Um,
yeah.
do we now coup? Okay,
Or we put Chernobyl in. No, we can't do
we
Chernobyl
can't
yet.
do
That's
Chernobyl. It's too
crazy,
early.
right?
And they just, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to tie us up for that many. I mean, even though we're going to event things, I think it could hurt us too much. So I'd be
Okay.
arguing. So we can't. We're only going to get 3 VP out of it. So war games is worthless to us as an
Yeah.
event, but as a coup, it could protect our position
Yeah.
here.
Cuba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Haiti.
I hate it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, because it should work. Yeah. Then event OPEC.
+5, -2.
Eh,
Yeah, we're well, maybe plus -2. So with Asia, it's even. And then Middle East is 5 right now.
it's 5. I mean, if we could
Yeah,
put Chernobyl into Middle East, that
5,
might.
7. No, we're down. Yeah, we're just straight down.
They have China too, which is a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, needed either not to have Europe score or to get the tie. Damn, so close, but is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
5 minutes left. I think this may be one of our longest games so far. I've never seen the clock get this low. Maybe I should start writing really long things in the chat.
Would they have left?
Vietnam solidarity,
Vietnam,
Cambridge.
Bridge solidarity.
Yeah.
And one other one.
Yeah, we got rid of Star Wars.
Debt
Latin American Debt
Crisis.
Crisis.
I get that crisis.
Wonder if we could have overprotected Iran and Saudi. Like against people who aren't as good, I would have said it's fine.
I was thinking the same exact thing just now. Like, what if we overprotected Saudi Arabia? Would they have not poked Iran, thinking that we may have had the
No, I'm wondering if like we started with basically the Pope realistically to Saudi and
Oh,
oh, I
Iran,
see. Yes.
yeah,
and then we put in Purge into Gulf because they don't realize, and then everything's overprotected.
Right.
but they could still break. Oh, you mean the whole of Purge into Gulf?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
But
mean.
I think we're still out of ARs, unfortunately. I still don't actually think it works because of Chernobyl being Chernobyl.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Because they could still double poke with Cal and
Right.
yeah,
China,
yeah, yeah,
and we can't repair.
yeah,
Oh, right. They could have used China as well. Yes.
Yeah, so they
yeah.
could have just stopped the one VP, which is
And then they would have realigned Cuba because we wouldn't have couped it.
yeah.
Oh, they're being bastards. Um, thoughts? That's actually a good play. Um, because we're only gonna get,
I mean, I think we've lost either way.
yeah.
Hmm. At this point, are the 2 points of OPEC worth more than the three influence?
So we kind of know what like we got three ARs left, right? We're gonna have to play Europe. We could play Chernobyl
Once we
now because
once we score what yeah, like once we score Europe, they'll know.
yeah,
So, but if we play Chernobyl now, we also lose South America.
Right.
yeah, true. So do you want to just? I mean, two is still two, right?
Yeah, I think we take the two.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it was a 50-50 roll with one gunman.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it came down to. Or we just needed a hand that was like a little bit more playable,
yeah,
which we just didn't have. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so sad. 1 point.
So we're gonna dump Europe now and then Chernobyl for our final.
yeah.
Okay. Dump Europe.
Mhm.
Uh,
I think this is it.
I think we played well.
Yeah,
The that turn 9 hand of them having 3 power cards,
yeah. So where do you want
that'll
to play
that'll do it.
Chernobyl into?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Like we could play it into the Middle East so they don't get control.
Uh,
yeah. So do you want to go?
We're lost on the board as is, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
so
So
we
we're
just place into Saudi.
yeah.
you can do. I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say
It
you
doesn't
could
matter.
poke around, but
Poke. Sorry.
We
you could
are
poke. They only
actively
have a.
down.
Well, no, they have the China card. Never mind.
They have
Yeah,
the
but
China
you
card.
did.
That's the reason
Yeah,
why I was like yeah. So good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, they held China till the end, which is what I would do too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe I guess in retrospect, giving up the Pope would have been bad because they would have had solidarity.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yes.
maybe had we had terrorism also with Aldrich, it could have worked.
Oh, they're gonna do the
Yeah,
double. Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, it, we have to get the Kennedy roll.
Great attempt to pick.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Well, that was a good game. Came close.
Yeah, I mean, considering how little we had to work with,